last time? What happened
I
last
wasn't
time?
here.
Last
Severed
time
the
on
threads of
D&D.
fate that were attached to the party.
The Oni was like, "Hey, I tricked you, haha."
Indeed,
And-
there was some chicanery and trickery that the Oni attempted. You did not fall for it. Initially, you began planning, so I guess we'll rewind it a little bit farther since it's been a while since Connor's been here. There was a lot of planning for for getting into the Oni's sort of compound, his central tower. Like I said, his central tower has no windows, has a single doorway, and I mean, because he's wildly paranoid, because he views, this champion of fate as someone who's out to get him. It always freaked him out. And then, Ito, became a man on the inside, was helping out, and you had spent some time in there. You got some information, like I said. Reed hung out with the Naiad Deirdre Honeydew and talked to him, and, Karakwa and Klaus infiltrated the barracks and looked around and stuff like that. But the point is, the most important thing that happened was that Alec Cool was able to see that there were little threads that ran from the tower to people, and he started severing them, because Estevan is able to, whenever he makes deals with people and interacts with people, he's able to attach threads of fate to them, and then pull the thread to alter their fates slightly. Like, if they flip a coin, he can kind of pull the thread so it's a lot more likely that it lands on heads or tails, essentially. And no, you can't interact with them, except the only thing that can is the Mantis Claw, which is able to sever it, the counterpart to the Thread of Fate. As it builds threads, it's able to, the Mantis Claw can sever it. So Alakul's like, fuck it, he's going around severing them. However, that did end up making it so Estevan knew that it was happening, so he withdrew all his guards to the central compound, he kicked everyone out, and he went basically into, lockdown mode. And then he tried to pull a little tricksy trap. He made it seem like he was going early to the library, and he sent out fully half of his guards, hoping to draw you out. So he sent a palanquin with a decoy out to the library. You didn't fall for it. You didn't do it. Instead, you went straight to the tower, broke in, entering into what appeared to be an inky black void, and found yourself in a pivotal point in all of your fates, and that is at the Cold Forge. Who remembers the Cold Forge? It was a long time ago.
I remember. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
We were, we were running from the camp that we had, and Reed was the one who pushed us on to keep going there. And I remember there was the pool.
It was actually a really good Lou session.
Yeah, there was a pool that we drank from to restore a little bit of our strength before a fight that we had, and that's where we finally fought and killed the Redeemer.
Yep, and that's where the real shit popped off, because it turned out the Redeemer was correct.
Yep.
Yes.
But that's where you got transported to, a pivotal moment in everyone's fate. However, in doing so, Estevan used the opportunity to bind everyone with threads of fate, essentially bound them to columns in the Cold Forge. However, he was unable to bind Alec Cool, who was able to sever the thread whenever it went for him. The only person able to do so, as he brought the Mantis Claw across and just severed it. So it went on to Alec Cool to free you, as he went to each and every cord and severed it, but in doing so, he was pulled into everyone else's fate and saw glimpses of what would have been if fate had been different for people. He saw, people that were here, if you want to talk about the fate that you saw, whenever he went into it, you can talk about it.
I was first. I was on the frozen throne like the fucking Lich King. And I was like, this is metal as shit.
and then he freed me, and I was like, oh shit. And Baba Yaga and my daddy were there, and
It's
Baba
true.
Yaga was like,
Do it. Kill your daddy.
and my daddy grabbed me and I cut off his arm, and then she's like, kill him. I was like, nah, and then I was free.
Do it.
There you go.
Do it.
What was that voice?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened
I
to
don't
his
know.
voice?
Weird
Aruna?
Is that
was
what
great.
happens when you become whenever you become like regent of the Winter Court?
Yeah.
My God.
Indeed, Aruna saw what life would have been like if she hadn't run away, if she had remained the favored child and entered into the sort of started undertaking the Gloom Sacrament and all this stuff that her sister Sarune is undergoing. We saw Reed, if he had not, his family had not given him up at that crossroads to be found by Monk, if they had taken him on, if he had become part of the circus, joined the primeval carnival underneath the ringmaster alongside his mother and father Rory Mac and Sibyl, that sort of thing. And that's what's like finally it hit like Lou, like, oh, so they're my parents. Halflings, same hair color, said that they had to abandon a child, basically? Huh. But
Everyone
yeah,
else is so shocked.
yeah, it's like, shock. We saw... Who's fucking sending stupid shit? Alright, we saw... God, what else? We saw, like, Venta.
I bartended and I never
Yeah.
got sick.
Venta never got
And
sick. So,
Ito was deposed.
yep, Ito was deposed.
Oh, so it's the good ending.
I just wanted to clarify, these are potential futures.
These
had
were-
past events gone differently.
If had fate been different for you,
Okay.
had pivotal decisions
So,
been different,
Venta never got sick.
Venta
or
never
anything.
got sick. So he remained at the inn. You know, he bartended.
He didn't go for a walk that one day.
He didn't go for a walk that one day. Sometimes it's as simple as
Pretty much.
some fates were more interesting than others. You know, it kind of happens.
Island was doing
That,
fine after you got deposed, though.
That's
What
true.
is that? Is that a chaos theory?
You
Or the
saw.
butterfly effect? Whatever it's
What
called?
what if Henley had like not been the one to kill Steinhertz? What if it had been Crowder? You know, that was one that they saw. I think that's pretty much everyone. I not gonna lie, I completely forgot what I said about Klaus.
He was living happily ever after with
The boyfriend.
yeah.
His
Yeah.
family was
boyfriend.
like basically the
Family.
thieves guild of the
Family.
city, and
Family.
Yeah.
they had heard about the assassination on the emperor preemptively, or something to that effect.
Something to that effect.
It was one of the, it
Yes.
was one of the not quite as interesting ones. Cause he got like, hey, if it did happen, you kind of have like a happy life. My God, the beer snake stretches all the way across the fucking arena. That's why I do like one of the things about the XFL is the beer snake and the fact that they fucking throw lemons on the field. Cause fuck it. It's like, where do they get the fucking lemons? Okay, but that is sort of the important. That's what you saw. And obviously, whenever you free someone, they travel with you, and you sort of they follow along in your wake as you go through these various different alternate timelines, and so everyone else is also has been seeing it as well, essentially, as it convenient enough. Now that Connor is here, we have I've inserted Ito, where he is also bound to a pillar, but the only remaining two are Karakwa and Ito.
That's me.
Well, I go up and I cut Karakwa.
Snicker snack.
Oh my god, he just
Don't
cuts
say
him, he
Snicker
doesn't
Snack.
cut
The Saturday
thread?
game, they're getting a Vorpal Blade to kill a Jabberwock.
We
I
are
thought
expecting-
I thought I already did mine. I thought you said I was deposed.
No, that
was
was-
part of
that
Max.
that
Oh,
was
that
his
was
Max's.
that was vintage. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Where he saw that in his, you were deposed.
Oh, for character knowledge purposes, though, do we know what we're seeing? Do we know the
When we're first in it,
context?
it's like you're just kind of in it, and it's reality until
Okay.
Alakul snaps you out of it.
Yep.
Okay.
So when it comes to you, it'll be like, huh, I'm just Edo,
Okay.
just hanging out.
All right. Alakul, as the wickedly curved blade of the mantis claw carves through the air and buries itself in the thread of fate that connects Karakwa to... people are fucking posting shit. Stop posting shit in the band. I don't want to look at it.
But don't look at it then.
As it severs through the fine thread that is drawn between Karakwa and Estevan, you feel yourself as well pulled into a darkened, sort of beautiful night in the heart of a warm, humid swamp. A large bonfire burns to incredible heights, rising up to the heavens above, almost seeming to lick the very black sky itself. A bonfire as large or larger than any of you've ever seen. Probably larger. Turns out, they don't make a lot of bonfires in Bayaz Kumlahar because not a lot of
Sure.
wood. Like I said, there's not a lot of thread of it spreading, but there's also not a lot of wood at all. That's valuable shit. There
Understandable.
is a gathering, many lizard folk, but this is an important event within the Wildfire Druids. So there's all sorts of races around, all bearing this singular symbol, or the symbology, this totem. We see, what if Karakwa was not chosen to be the Wildfire Herald? Is there a more pivotal point in Karakwa's life? Probably not.
Probably not.
You being pulled there...
Alright, that's game.
Alright, alright, yeah. The end. You being pulled there, actually, like I said, it dragged in your wake is, Venta and Henley, Klaus and Aruna, and Reed, who sits there kind of quietly. Reed seems strangely silent, dumbfounded by the revelation of his parentage. That's why Reed's not here. Dumbfounded
Everyone else would gasp.
by the revelation
gasp.
of his parentage. You see that in the actual flames seem to... Initially, there's little more than just, massive fires rising up to the heavens, but then they take a more humanoid form. They almost seem to become a creature in and of itself.
Okay.
The group looks on, and there is a moment of anticipation where everyone waits with bated breath to see who is going to be the next herald of the wildfire, as the final last vestiges of the previous wildfire herald burn away in the great pyre. And it takes a human form, not one of Karakwa. Unfortunately, in this one, Karakwa is not chosen to be the Wildfire Herald.
Thank God.
Like I said, I'm looking at Karakwa's backstory right now. I don't think there was a particularly important character in his.
It's just some
ancient-
guy.
Yeah, it's just a guy.
It's the fucking Justice League Lex Luthor moment. I have no idea who this is. Oh shit. Good.
That being said, this has far-reaching implications as the fire seems to grow and consume the area, as all of a sudden you are pulled away and see a flash of little bits and pieces of time if Karakwa had not been chosen to be the Wildfire Herald, where Abigail is never found. The Zephyr Quintessent, the new Zephyr Quintessent, is never known.
Oh my God.
Where the world is different, and Dillamond dies without being able to pass on any of her knowledge. And then you find yourself standing in a fetid swamp, no longer warm, but sort of covered in snow, as you see Karakwa now desperately flees his small village, the Raiders of Black Everfrost hot on his heels. What would you like to do?
Are you asking me or Alakul?
Alec Cool's the one that is basically in the driver's seat.
Okay.
I don't let Karakwa get too winded before I go ahead and just cut the thread of fate. And
Dude could lose some weight. Let him run a bit.
well, not too long enough.
He skitters on four legs like a knoll running up a fucking brick wall.
I'm gonna go pee right quick.
You fully sever him as suddenly Karakwa you come to, and you realize that things are not right. You look around you, and it is indeed a village you've seen before, in a very similar state to the same village that you helped, like I said, whenever you evacuated the swamps, that whole thing where before you ran into, Bismarck and, Karakwa got feeble-minded. That was a fun thing.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
I remember that.
You come to your senses and realize immediately that things are wrong, as there are several of these Raiders of Black Everfrost that are bearing down on you, slicing down members of your village. Alec Cool sort of grabs you, and like I said, I don't really want this to be a fight since we're starting late, so
That's fair. You do what you gotta do.
like I said, I don't want you stuck fighting Raiders of Black like vestiges of Raiders of Black Everfrost, so you are going...
Karakwa looks at him, and he goes, and they die.
Well, essentially, yes. You feel basically the truth come back to you, that you are indeed the Wildfire Herald, that it's your power to wield. As I want you to go ahead and roll. What's your max level fireball that you can cast?
Technically level 3 because they only get it from the staff, unless I can upcast through the staff.
You can use a spell slot, a higher level spell slot.
And it's a
you
level 9.
So you can upcast through the staff. You just have to use the charge and spin the spell slot.
Cody makes a note of that for future reference.
Basically, anything that you have on the staff, it is added it's not just when you have to, it's added to your spell list as if you had it prepared completely. So you can use the charges and then cast the spell slot for to upcast, but you do have to still cast the spell slot to upcast it. If you're just casting it base, you don't have to use the spell slot.
Then it would be a level 9 spell slot.
Go ahead and just roll the damage for a 9th level fireball.
Okay.
That's gonna be really big numbers.
I don't have it in here, so I gotta.
It is 66 plus, I believe, 1d6 per spell slot over third, so it'd be
I
like
think it's 8d6.
8d6 plus 1, I can't remember, it's either 66 or 86, but it's blank d6 plus 1 over every level, so it'd be like plus 6 or so.
8 plus 6, 14d6.
Hell yeah.
14d6, roll 14d6.
Oh, sorry.
Don't say 14d6.
Yeah, my bad.
Big 49 points of damage. Alright. You feel the primal energies of the wildfire well up into you. As suddenly, you feel a searing on your skin. Right about where the actual tether that attached you to Esteban would be. As you feel the heat of the wildfire totem. And a burst of energy breaks out of you as you launch a massive fireball that deals 49 points of damage, incinerating the Raiders of Black Everfrost that charge at you. And as the fire grows all around you, you find yourself pulled away from this fate into the correct fate, one that you were always meant to be part of. As you find yourself standing in the cold forge. Go on. What?
Welcome
Holy
back.
shit!
How did I get here?
Cody, you've been here the whole time. We entered this first.
Oh,
I'm drawing a blank. Forgive me.
and I will say, the whole reason there it's not like why not kill Esteban is because whenever he's bound to someone, if he dies, they die.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's why it's not like just run up and beat
Man,
the shit
this
out of him.
motherfucker knows
All right,
Destiny,
well,
bro.
I don't feel like cutting the thread to Ito, so I guess we just fight Esteban and he dies.
Alright.
Oh well.
Oh shit.
All right, that's pretty
I-
straightforward.
I go. I do the thing.
He
All
does
right,
the thing.
It's a me.
You find yourself bringing the Mantis Claw down once again into this thread and are transported away, not into some sort of mighty bonfire and not to the moonlit throne, to something far more humble. You find that you're transported to what would have happened if Ito had never run. What if he had not run from Adlindra? What if he had not run from Yonduin? What if he had remained and stood married next to Adlindra? But I have to pee, so we'll get right to that in a second. Alright. You find yourself standing in a rather crummy inn. There's it's quite run down, but there's a warmth and a fellowship that sort of that permeates the actual sort of common room. It's fairly well packed, as there is a large company of fairly well armed and armored men and women of all races, various sort of different races, largely human, but you see some dwarves and you see some elves. You see like a lone tabaxi in the corner. And they are all duly and happily entertained by a duo on the stage. An older dwarf, one you recognize, obviously, it's Yonduin, plays happily alongside Ito. The two incredible
Oh
musical
shit,
duo.
the boy's here.
Oh my god.
That took way fucking longer than it needed to.
It's okay.
It's okay. You didn't miss anything.
I had to run like up 20 stairs about 5 or 6 times to unload the car too.
All you missed was Karakwa's memories.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's
His fate.
important.
Not important. But you see what appears to be an entire mercenary company duly and happily entertained by the duo of Yanduin and Ito, both of them masterfully playing lutes, musical instruments. Ito playing even better than he does now, despite the fact he's already a pretty proficient musician. And Ito is happy.
Oh no, the darkest timeline.
It's not a dark... Well, in a way it is. Because... after this, he walks to the side and he wraps his arms around Adelindra, who smiles. She has a less severe air than she does, obviously, in this timeline. She's less hardened. She is happier, too. So is Yanduin. Ito is happier. Adelindra's happier. Yanduin is happier, as they stand as part of this mercenary company. And then a postman comes in, bearing a letter from the Ile de Royhan. It is sealed with a sort of beautiful green wax, and you can see it has Valdira's name written on it. And Ito looks at it, and he just tosses it into the fire.
Couldn't have been important anyway if it was from Valdira.
Yeah, ain't that the one you dropped my 3rd period French?
No, Valdira is the sister.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. In a way.
Ito, you know that it's another desperate plea from the Ile de Royhan as it struggles and falters and fails, as your family struggles and falters and fails, but that's not your problem. You have your own life. You have a wife, child on the way. You have your mercenary company and your friends. What duty do you owe to the Ile de Royhan? You know? That's what you see that's what's happening in this timeline.
Well,
We're just passengers on this, right?
You are, yes, until he frees you.
I go and tell him sorry to burst your bubble, friend, and I like cut the thread.
Oh. Is there... Do I just wake up? Is that it?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
come to your senses as your happiness slowly fades and your shoulders slowly slump, weighed down by duty. The simple joys that you felt, kinship, the love between you and Adelindra sort of slowly
Oh my god.
fades away as it is replaced by obligation. And you were pulled away, having been able to see what could have been if you hadn't left. It would have been a simple life and a happy life, but one that left the Ile de Royhan in a far, or at least your family in the Ile de Royhan, probably in a worse position. And you find yourself standing in the Cold Forge. Every time something comes up on Discord, I look at it, and I'm disappointed every fucking time.
Just don't look at it.
Mute the channel.
Oh shit, you're right. I should
He says here was
Just mute the channel.
I forgot. I need to enable streamer mode. And so none of this shit.
Yeah, there you
coming
go.
up.
It'll just turn it off.
or Colin.
I
One
don't know.
day, who's worse with computer Discord stuff, Connor or Colin?
I don't know
It's definitely
anything.
Connor.
No, I don't know. Like, where's the soundboard? The soundboard is literally not on mine. I looked at it and I need to uninstall
What?
Discord and reinstall it to get the soundboard to work.
Install!
I'm not fucking uninstalling Discord and reinstalling
Going
it.
to get my pizza. 1 second.
Does my GTFO error count towards being bad at Discord?
There, I'm enabling streamer mode. Okay.
There you go.
'Cause
That
I s-
Spider-Man gif is Ito right now.
I'm still upset about that.
You find yourself in the Cold Forge with the lingering sadness over you as you truly realize you would have had a. In fact, you may very well have had a happier life if you hadn't left. But you did.
Wouldn't we all?
And you find yourself staring at the Cold Forge at this Oni as the final cord is snapped as he staggers backward, howling with anger and rage. As the final thread retracts to him, as he sort of, you realize he has essentially like one of those like rope spears. You know what I'm talking about, the ones where they spin them around and things.
Mhm.
It ends, but it's one of those. The rope is made of the thread of fate, and the spear head is a needle, like a sewing needle.
Okay. That's terrifying.
As he begins swirling, and he says, "I guess I'll have to kill you the old-fashioned way then." But his voice quivers as he says it. As you can tell, without, like I said, you don't have to roll any insight check to know, he is terrified of Alec Cool.
Good.
And that
Release
is
the
you
bug
seen
man.
him? You seen him?
Yeah, I'm about to say he's pretty horrifying looking.
as he says, "I guess I'll have to go ahead and kill you then." He is going, he whips the needle out, and it pierces into first one of these tapestries over here, and one of these tapestries over here. You probably don't remember what those tapestries depict, but one depicts the first blessing of the Forge, whenever there was the discovery of iron, essentially, and iron weaponry, which sort of changed the game. The second one showed the invasion of the lands of Black Everfrost, back whenever, even before the Kingdom of Eisenfeld was founded. And whenever he lances this needle into the, like, tapestry, whenever he yanks it backward, he pulls a figure out of it. Let me go ahead and bring up my tokens real fast. I gotta get my tokens.
Oh no.
That's
ahead.
a pretty good.
Go ahead and roll for the initiative.
That's a pretty good initiative for me, unfortunately.
My fucking initiative is broken again.
Yeah, you'll just have to tell me what it is.
Wow, I rolled a good initiative for once in my life.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Spellcaster is
so
going ahead of some other people. Amazing.
Alright, well, -5 from that, Colin.
So 16.
Yeah.
$14.
Amazing.
That is a long list of combatants.
Yeah.
Bad. Oh my god, I'm legitimately first? What the fuck?
You're almost first.
Oh, I mean
Second.
first on players. I'm normally like dead last. That's funny.
You got the good juju. All right. Well, you find yourselves freed from the threads and the shackles of fate, unbound from your columns, as you come to your senses, and Esteban says that he'll simply have to kill you instead, as he draws forth from the tapestries, one depicting the first blessing of the forge, where Hedwig von Richten discovered iron, and from that he pulls out this sort of angelic fiery figure that wields a rough iron sword that is breathed in flame. From the other, where Hedwig von Richten walked into the hearts, or the lands of the heart of the lands of Black Everfrost themselves, with an army, as he crossed the Horkrieg Channel during the First Age of Ice. Before he united all the disparate clans of the northern coast into the Kingdom of Eisenfeld, before the Empire of Stahlreich was found, all that, he pulls a terrifying, essentially, a raider of Black Everfrost, what appears to be a woman with long, flowing hair out.
Uh-oh.
It is, like I said, I had to momentarily try to remember all the history of Stahlreich and Eisenfeld and all that, so I did remember, though. I remember the Age of Ice and the Horkrieg Channel.
He did it.
Colin,
Yep.
we packed all that shit in the car and I didn't bring any beer.
Oh my god. I can't.
No battle beer, you're done.
On the bright side, I've only got 2 more beers left, so.
I can't believe Klaus is fucking dead.
That's true.
All right. Starting off, we've got the Angel of Fire with a
What a
20.
name.
Hey, cut it out.
This absolute embodiment of the first blessing of the Forge whips out beautiful and terrifying fiery wings as they seem to soar forward in and amongst you. As he's going to
Oh.
move right there,
Nah.
and he is going to take his sword, and the fiery blade slams into the ground, into a 5x5 AoE.
Hey.
Basically a 5-foot AoE around him, so that's Aruna, Klaus, and Karakwa. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
Save me. Hey!
Wow.
That's literally as good as I can do. Truly, something
Man,
Alright,
I
so,
don't think that's good enough.
Aruna,
Mine's probably not good enough.
you find that immediately the Esteban is going to use his legendary action, and he throws out his thread, and it hits you, and I need you to re-roll your saving throw and take the lower, as he gives you disadvantage on a roll. He alters fate.
Oh no, he knows silvery barbs.
Oh no.
Essentially, he can use silvery barbs to reaction, but it's part of his his boss shtick. Is that he's able to alter rolls and change fate.
It's 8 enough, Colin.
All right, I don't believe any of you pass. All of you, unfortunately, do not pass the reflex save, as there is a burst of fire from it.
Wait,
Reflex save. Colin, what are you talking about?
Colin, that hit me. That hit me too. That I didn't roll.
No.
No, it was only Karakwa, Klaus, and Aruna.
Oh, okay, just
As
making
you
sure.
failed your dexterity saving throw.
No, I succeeded it. I was cheated.
Unfortunately, he used his ability, one of his legendary actions to rewrite fate. As
What a
you
bastard.
take 31 points of fire damage.
Ooh, mama.
My God, that's a lot of fire damage.
Okay.
I don't like that.
How's that go, Cody?
Oh, I said I don't like that.
Colin, I got a question.
Yep.
Are these spaces occupiable or no?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
It's just like the tapestry's like right up on the wall, so.
I was just making sure because they were in the space.
Oh. I figured out why my health's messed up. Uno memento.
But yeah,
4 for
he
4.
bursts out a fireball centered around him that hits Aruna, Karakwa, and Klaus.
Okay.
Alright, that is it for its turn as it goes to Aruna.
Amazing. Something's fucky with my hit points. I'll fix it when it's not my turn. Oh my god, it's me. Gonna go ahead and... Oh wait. That guy could probably opportunity attack. I forgot that's a thing in this. I'll go up in the air, like 10 feet first, and he can swing at me if he wants, I guess.
Alright, he lances up with the fiery sword, the fiery long sword in his hand made of iron. It's only gonna be a 17 to hit though.
Oh, I'm still gonna have to shield, because I don't have a lot of armor class, unfortunately. But I will do this. But yeah, I will shield.
Alright, as you can see, the iron blade wreathed in flame arches up towards you, and it's going to hit you, but you hold out your hand and boom! It hits the shield and glances off.
Cool, and then I'll use the rest of this movement to get the fuck back from there. Okay. Is there any sense of whether wounding him is gonna stop these like Threads of Fate monsters, or once they're already out, they're probably just out, right?
You
Or hard to tell.
can roll a religion check.
Oh god. Is that a free action or not, Colin?
That would technically be a bonus action. You're not changing the battlefield, but you're gaining knowledge, so that'd probably be a bonus action.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll try that. Sure.
Well, the XFL is
Religion.
done, so we're gonna change the check.
Only a 12.
You don't know.
Okay, cool.
Your suspicion is if you kill him, they'll probably be gone, but that's possible that they won't be.
Awesome. Cool. So this one, I'm going to do 3rd level slow.
Okay.
There's no way that's correct, right? How big would that template be? Oh, it's a 40-foot cube. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a big area. And that
Ooh, maybe I
includes
won't do that.
No.
Yeah, that is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Why not? You can put it
Oops.
down.
Well, I can put it down, but it's gonna hit a bunch of allies too.
It says 6 creatures of your choice.
Oh, really?
You
I'm
alter
stupid.
time
I'm
for
sorry.
6 creatures of your choice in the area, not just everything in the area.
I'm a fucking dingus. Boom. Obviously gonna choose, all of these folks right here. That's a DC 21 Wisdom saving throw.
That's it on Ito too.
Okay. Get right on it.
Based.
Based. Any one of those fuckers fail it?
One does.
Excellent. Okay. That's better than none.
The ice woman does. She is slowed.
Do we
Okay.
recognize Ice Woman? Is it the same Ice Woman?
It is not the same ice woman.
Okay. I know these are like vestiges, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't that particular vestige.
That being said, it does have the same air. This is likely a Tide Mother, but not the current Tide Mother.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that's it for me. But yeah, she's got a bunch of detrimental stuff.
She's slow. AF.
Yeah. -2
Got 'em.
to AC. Dexterity throws. Can't use reactions, and it has to use an action, a bonus action, or not. But it can't use both.
I'm so
cast,
slow.
Yeah, she's real slow. Look at her.
Alright. Anything else from Aruna?
Nope. I use my bonus action, my action, and my movement.
Alright. It will go to Henley / Steinhertz.
Are we acting on the same turn or individually?
Same. You do one after the other. So first Henley, then Steinhertz, because your companion
making sure.
follows after you.
That's fine, just making sure. Alright, well, I'm going to rage, and then move here. And then I will attack her twice, which I assume I don't have advantage.
Technically, yeah. She's surrounded.
Okay, that's fine. I forgot, I got hurt in the thing, not outside the thing. So I'm going to...
I will say if you took any damage in the thing, that damage does come over to this fight.
I thought you told me it didn't last time.
No, damage you suffer in the memories follows over.
My bad. Attack. Advantage. Condo, I hit with a 26.
You do, yes. She is very
Alright.
lightly armored.
And then my second attack will be a 31. I'm assuming that also hits.
Yes.
And then... 12 damage.
Alright.
And 17 damage. And Colin, I will use one... On one of those hits, I will use a... It's showing my thing. Where's my fucking... Bruh. One Call of the Hunt on... Or one Infectious Fury on her. Oh. Sorry. When I rage, I did Call of the Hunt, so I would have hit, 1 second. Sorry, it's been a while since I've had to use that. 5 willing creatures and 30 feet, so... Fenta, Reed... Wait, Colin, how are you handling Reed? Because if you're just DMPCing
He's just doing basic attacks.
then I'm not going to do him. I'm going to do Venta, Alakul, Ito, Klaus, and I guess I was right here. Yeah, Karako, because he would have been within 30 feet of me.
And what is this? Is this the 1d6 thing?
Yeah, you guys do additional 1d6.
Alright.
And I gain 25 temp HP. Will you additional 1d6
For
on
each offensive attack, right?
every attack you do?
To a specific target or
No.
period? Cool.
No. When the creature hits a target with an attack roll and deals damage to it, the creature can roll a d6 and gain a bonus to damage equal to the number rolled. So it's
Cool.
not limited to once a round, and it's any attack roll.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah, but sorry, yeah, with the Infectious Fury, she has to make a... Wow, it'd be cool if it told me the 8 plus ability. Plus proficiency. I think it's like a DC 17.
it's an intelligence save, yeah?
No, it's Wisdom.
She got a 24.
Well, she passes.
Alright,
hell?
but
What's the...
you did, on striking her, take 9 points of cold damage and then another 4 points of cold damage for hitting her twice.
Alright.
Hey, this might be me slow poking, but how come I can't see the fist icon on Foundry? The initiative track.
It's not a
It-
fist.
Combat encounters. It's 2 swords that are crossed.
Yeah, it's two cross
Oh,
swords.
okay. Got it. Didn't it used to be a fist?
Not that I know of.
I could have sworn it was a fist on my previous.
Connor, you're just thinking about fisting too much.
Yeah.
No, I could have sworn it was like a raised fist symbol.
There's no need for black power anymore, Connor. That's the problem. Well, is that it for Henley?
Yeah, sorry. It's a DC 19, but she still passed it. I was just double checking.
No. It goes to
And then
Steinhurst.
Steinhurst. Alright, so Steinhurst is gonna move. What is Steinhurst's movement again? I think it's 40. Oh, Steinhurst is definitely at full health because Steinhurst is not there to take damage. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15. No, 5, 10. Okay, so I'm gonna move her out and then charge her in so that she can get the charge thing.
Yep.
Will it come up? I don't think it's gonna come up.
What are you trying to bring up?
Oh, sorry, I brought it up in here. Advantage. She crits her.
Alright. That big bore damage.
Colin, does she just max out damage or does she do? Okay. Okay, well then it takes what, 3d6
Yep,
plus 3
18
plus
plus-
6?
Yep. I'll take your word for it. It should be 3d6 plus whatever.
I think it's 36 plus. Well, no, sorry. Her strength is plus 3. Sweet, never mind. Yeah. So that's what, 21 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Just gotta make a saving throw to avoid getting knocked down. She does pass though.
Alright, I assume Steinhurst takes 9 damage.
Steinhurst takes 6 points of cold damage.
Alright. Sorry, and that's my turn.
Alright. It's gonna go to Alec Cool.
Do I see any threads out right now?
No.
No? Okay. I can keep track of it over here. I'm going to use my wild shape circle of the stars to do I'll do the chalice. Go ahead and do it, and then I'm also going to do use my Giant's Might as my bonus action. So I'll become big.
Back.
And that's it for me,
All right.
unfortunately.
Big.
Karakwaha.
Iroquois. He is a bit concerned about what's going on. This doesn't look right. It doesn't look real, but we're doing it here anyway. How does one feel about a situation such as this? What can one do when faced with things such as this?
Open their cloaca to the possibilities.
The answer is quite simple. Colin.
It's fireball.
Is it power word death?
No. When I used that 9th level spell slot when
It
I
did
was
not.
dreaming,
It
I
did not
actually used
consume. It did not consume the spell slot.
it. It did not consume the spell slot.
Nope. It was just the damage.
It was just. Oh, so I took that damage. Okay.
Or you gave that damage. You did not take
Did
that
I take it
damage.
too?
Nope.
I didn't. Okay. The question remains then, Colin.
Amazing.
I'm gonna cast a 9th level spell, shape change,
What just happened?
Hey,
All right.
and I mean it worked out pretty well for me last
Oh, no.
time. I'm being level 17. You know, an adult gold dragon might be the way to go here. So that's what I'm gonna do. An adult gold dragon.
All right.
hell yeah.
He is. Whenever you begin to grow and
Oh no, he's gonna
change,
counter spell.
actually, he's gonna spend 2 legendary actions. I
Goddamn.
want you to give me a charisma saving throw.
As we know,
Oh.
I've always been really good at those. With my -1 modifier.
You got it.
You got it.
A 2.
See?
He is going to throw his needle out, and it pierces you. And as you change, he actually yanks the spell away from you.
It's just rude. How does one yank a spell away from someone?
Magic.
Magic, a thread of
Guess
fate.
that's fair.
He
My God.
is going to. It's rolled at random to determine where that spell goes. So.
It's gonna be me.
Oh god.
Who's turning into an adult gold dragon today, Colin?
Who?
I
Hey,
sure hope it's Steinhertz.
God.
It is not
I hope it's
Steinhertz.
me.
It's on. I rolled 2. 2 is Fire Angel.
Oh my
My
god.
God.
I'm sorry, what's happening to them?
Oh.
They're trying to do an
Hate to use
adult
the
gold
9th
dragon.
level spell to turn into a dragon, and the guy yoinked it, and it goes to a random person. It went to the fucking
He just
bad
went.
guy.
"Vroom."
It went whoop. One of his legendary action that costs 2 legendary actions is able to cast out the Thread of Fate against someone that casts a spell. He is able to then, the person has to make a charisma saving throw. On a failure, the spell is pulled away and distributed on top of someone else. In this case, and then I roll, essentially, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12. And it was a 2, starting at Klaus. Obviously excluding Karakwa. It went to 1 Klaus, 2 Fire Angel, 3 Aruna, 4 Joseph Smoke, 5 Alec Cool,
Hey, we
6
believe your
Reed,
process.
7 Ito, 8, 9,
We
10.
trust the process.
That's the
But-
process, yes.
Please stop the count.
But
But,
unfortunately, you do transform the Fire Angel into an adult.
Hey,
Gold
Unless Aruna was paying very close attention at that moment.
Aruna can
and
try to
knew
counterspell
cast-
it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I will. It's 9th level,
It's a 9th level spell.
so guess what? We're gonna have to roll for it, baby. Let's go.
If
you
you're gonna
cast
have
it
to
on
roll
yourself?
for it, could I cast it instead?
I mean,
Are
yeah.
you-
I mean, if you have just a high modifier,
just-
that's fine.
I guess we just had a power flicker.
You know what? That's like super. That's super meta. Never mind. I don't want to do that.
I mean, technically, both of you, if she
Oh.
fails to do it, you could immediately try to do it.
So actually, to be specific, Ito would have to counterspell. I shielded.
Oh yeah, so Ito, you do
You
have to
shitted?
counterspell.
Yeah, I shitted. Yep, that's what I said.
Good.
So, Colin, me and Rick are gonna probably take a minute to get back into the actual thing since our power just flicked on and off.
Okay. It is a little bit stormy around here, so I wouldn't be surprised if some lightning cracked somewhere.
All right, it's all up to Connor.
Do it, bitch.
He's too busy talking to counterspell.
God damn it. Connor.
Connor,
Hang on.
counterspeller.
Oh, me. Counterspell me. It's
Yeah,
going-
whatever.
Why can't I just fucking click the spell anymore? Okay. My character sheet's just not letting me do it.
I don't. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to cast counterspell.
Counterspell.
Counterspell. You cast counterspell.
Yes.
So D20 plus modifiers.
Yeah, I'll just do it manually.
I guess I will do this to show that I
You make an ability check using your spellcasting ability, which I believe is Charisma. And DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. At the 9th level spell, it's a DC 19.
I will roll it just to show that I did it. Oh my god.
It is a 9th level spell.
Oh my god, it'd be real cool if my character sheet like actually worked to show me shit. D20 is plus.
Isn't it just the what level are you casting it at, Connor?
That's what I'm trying to.
It's a.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
you're,
it-
cast,
he-
you're
you
casting
just-
it. You if you want. So
You can't.
You can't-
You don't,
you don't have a
9th
9th level
spells.
spell slot.
Yeah.
so you
True.
can't cast
So it's
it.
always a roll, right?
So it's always going to be a roll. So you're casting it 3rd level, and you have to make a DC 19 Charisma ability check.
That should be easy.
Yeah.
Now, just what is the actual addition to the D20?
It's your Charisma.
Spell.
Just flat charisma, so plus 5.
It's a Charisma ability check.
Do it, bitch.
It's not a saving throw.
I thought it was spellcasting mod is how the spell.
His spellcasting mod is Charisma. He's a paladin.
Wouldn't he add
slash bard.
proficiency?
No,
Yeah,
because it's not a
that's fair
saving
enough.
throw.
So it's just based
It's
on
just
my force.
your
just
ability,
plus 5?
your charisma
D20
ability,
plus
your
5.
spellcasting ability, not your spellcasting modifier.
Hey, Connor, you kind of rolled like shit. I need you to do that again.
I did
Yeah.
roll like
If
shit.
it
Do it
were
again, please.
if it were plus proficiency, it would be his spellcasting modifier.
Alright, well, that fails. My wife needs help with something. I'll be right back.
Rip.
That
Well.
does not cancel it.
You know you're next. He's gone.
But yeah,
No,
Well,
well,
that's unfortunate.
technically Oni's next, but
Jeez.
indeed, it is counterspell doesn't use your spellcasting modifier, it uses your spellcasting ability.
Yo.
Okay.
so. Whoopsie.
Alright, it's fine.
I did a little fucky wonky. I'm guessing dropping concentration's not gonna drop it, huh?
Technically it should. It's based off of you.
I'm gonna drop concentration.
All right, but it does
Fantastic.
it does expend your 9th level spell slot, unfortunately.
I just
Yeah.
wanted Connor to use a spell slot. Let's be honest here.
But yeah,
We can try.
since it is your spell, so you can drop the concentration.
Okay. And then
However,
Nice.
you do know that that is something he can do is take spells and throw them away, sort of divert them.
thankfully that's not something he can do ever again in our entire lives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite this bitch with my angry, hungry jaws. Because that's a bonus action. I can do it. I'm not targeting her. That's why it's not doing it.
There's no point in targeting. I have her armor class and hit points like written off to the side, so.
Okay, it's not doing it anyway. So it's just gonna be a straight D20 plus 6.
Just go ahead and put their armor class in.
Okay.
It was a 19 hitter.
A 19 does hit.
Hey!
Let's
She's
go.
gonna take a D6. 5.
Alright. Minus.
And I'm gonna gain 4 temporary hit points.
Alright.
So
That
you
being
can
said,
eat
when
my
you
fucking ass.
strike her, you take 10
Safe.
points of fire damage.
God damn it. Would that be before or after the 10 HP?
Doesn't really matter.
It kind of matters, whatever.
She's very spicy.
Probably
I already
probably
did it,
after,
fuck
but
it. I already did it,
it's
fuck it.
essentially whenever you strike them, you take a D12 elemental, or hit them with a melee attack, you take a D12 elemental damage based on what their element is.
Wait, I get to add an extra D6 to that because of what Henley
Yes,
did.
sir.
4.
Yes, sir.
What about me?
You gave,
Gave
me
him
the
a
thing.
D6 on.
Yeah, when you do attack damage, you do an additional D6.
I sure
attack.
did.
Yep.
Take 4 more hit points off that bitch right now.
Alright, there we go.
Thank you.
Oh, that's not right.
That's my turn.
Alright.
I'm contributing.
It is gonna go to Onimusha.
I don't know if Nick attacked, but do you remember to do it?
No, he just buffed himself.
Yeah, no, he just
Okay.
buffed himself. He grew big and stuff.
Alright.
Same.
Oni is first going to use his move. Well, first he has to make a save against fear.
Oh my god.
Alright, he does save against fear as he is terrified of Alakul. But he makes his save. He's going to move to Alakul, and using the thread, he is going to whip it out and try to pierce Alakul with the act. Well, it'd help if I actually rolled the fucking just the attack. Oh wait, why the fuck is it on? There we go.
Real quick before this guy like starts hitting us and shit. Since Ito has last been present, has there been a long rest available?
Like I don't know from since when. Like I don't
Was-
know the actual timing
Yeah.
out of game because it's been so long since you played.
So would the
Right.
assumption be probably?
Potentially.
The last thing that I did was
I mean,
meeting
probably
with
the only problem is, I mean, just take a long rest. Cause I
just
have
noticed
no, I have no clue if it's when
Sure.
the last, how long it's been since you've been here. All right, that's against an Alakul. That is a 27 versus armor class for 18 points of slashing damage. Then it will cast. It would help if it would fucking. Sometimes I fucking hate these goddamn character sheets. You know what's great? How good Pathfinder's integration is.
Yeah, I know.
It's absolutely incredible how good their integration is.
I
And
know
it's
that
crazy
feel.
how bad 5th edition's feels like. Alright. Then he will cast Cone of Cold.
Oh no! Damn, we used all our counter spells.
That is a DC 22 Constitution save.
Everyone that is affecting adds +5 to their roll.
Hell yeah.
I believe if it's the purple cone, it's everyone.
What kind of roll we making, Colin?
Constitution saving
Constitution.
throw.
I bet Henley's good at that.
He should be fine with that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
My fucking Foundry character sheet is completely broken. My attributes aren't even labeled anymore.
Colin, I rolled
Yeah.
a 29.
I just
Yeah,
used.
Yeah, we had to transition to the D&D Beyond one.
Yeah, I just used D&D Beyond.
And Steinherz rolled a 20. You said 10, right, Colin? Right,
DC
Connor?
is, yeah, or it's
Uh,
5.
Yeah, you
It's-
add
that's
5.
Oh, I'm sorry, I rolled a 24 and Steinherz got a natural 1.
And it is against a DC 22.
You said
Alright.
Constitution?
Constitution save. Go to Cold is against Constitution.
Ooh, nice. Actually.
By a
22.
fucking hair.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a 27. It didn't account for the thing.
If you
Does the
Oh no,
Nice.
no, that's right. It's 22.
if you pass, you take 18 points of cold damage. If you fail, you take 36 points of cold damage.
What was the threshold?
22. DC 22.
18. There was 36, Colin.
So it's fine. Yeah, if you fail, it's 36. If you pass, it's 18. And obviously, the snow person is immune to cold damage, so they take nothing. But that is it for the Oni's turn. Go ahead and get rid of that template. Alright. It goes to Ito.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to do a Touch of the Green, targeting Alakul, myself, Henley, and Karakua.
Okay.
I think that's 4. Did I count? So you have Special Bless that does not require concentration, but you have the benefits of the spell Bless, which I'm going to cast and then grab myself a spell slot back just so that it's in the chat log. So you have that benefit. So you add a d4 to anything for a saving throw or attack roll. And then for my bonus action, I am going to for my bonus action, I'm gonna do the fuck, what is it called? Vow of Enmity on the Oni guy.
Give him the Oni boner.
Yep.
Oni-chan.
Ooh woo.
It's within 10 feet, which I think he is, yeah. So I have advantage on attack rolls against him, and then that's my turn.
Okay. It is going to go. If that's it for you, it's going to go to the Snow Queen.
Ho 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 ho.
Oh, wait.
She's slowed.
She is slowed.
She is slowed.
In more than
Is
one
this her
way.
right here?
Her brain not smart.
Is that her?
I mean, who do you think it is?
My name is too large. I can't see.
The one that
Her name is covered up.
the one that is the one that's popped out the tapestry that's been
Okay.
slowed.
Sure.
Yeah, get slowed, idiot.
You get slowed, idiot. She poops on.
Aha!
She casts slow on you, but she does that at 20th level. So what are you gonna do about that?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's worse than enfeeblement.
Is it though?
God damn it.
Yes. Somehow.
Oh my god. Fucking load shit. Jesus Christ. Thank you. What should she do? She's only got the one action.
She gets.
She could shit on the floor.
Ooh. Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
If she were a wizard, that'd be a free action.
I get it.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
She only having one action. She will cast her 1 9th level spell.
God.
Place.
All right, he's gotta yoink this one too.
Yeah, he's gonna yoink his ass. Oh, meteor swarm. Oh no.
She does have the ability to cast Meteor Swarm, although I can't fucking zoom out. Thank you.
This building's about to have a real bad day.
That's true.
This is the real one?
What do you mean?
Is it a real meteor
it's a real
swarm?
meteor swarm?
No, is this the real building?
No, it's a false building, obviously.
That'd be fucking
Oh,
I
wild.
didn't know that.
It is. You're not in the actual Cold Forge.
Oh.
You stepped into a dimension where it was a representation of the most fateful point of your journey, essentially, which was essentially the Cold Forge.
Oh.
That was the whole point of you stepping to Black Portal. It didn't actually transport you into the Cold Forge. It was a representation of it.
For some reason, I thought like, oh, sigil it leads anywhere realistically.
Theoretically,
Like, oh,
it could,
we're-
but that's not
so
what
he
this
just popped-
is.
so he poofed us
I
here.
disagree. I think the most fateful moment of our lives was when Burness was talking mad shit over that sending spell.
That being said, it's not a DC 10 dexterity. That's just because it's got its base deck. It's a DC 22 dexterity.
Everyone beside me gets +5. So that
Is it 10 feet?
it is.
Christ.
I think it is 10 feet. Hold on, let me check.
Oh shit! I rolled a 22. Hell yeah!
Hang on, what is that? What is that called?
I got some dead guys.
Me and Steiner's both pass.
It's nice knowing you boys.
Yes, everyone within 10 feet. So Venta and Alakul
Oh.
are included in that.
I rolled twice on accident.
As
The
are
first one was a
Vizenkin
19.
and Reed.
That's +5. Hell yeah!
This is
so
a
I passed with
dexterity?
24.
It's a dexterity save. On the bright
26.
side, the Fire Angel also fails.
Hey.
The
Alright.
Fire Angel Gold Dragon.
No, it's not Gold Dragon. Could he drop the concentration?
Ah,
Nope, he dropped the concentration. He just basically
Smart.
he's able to drop it, but he loses his 9th level spell.
oof.
Yeah, it's alright. Okay, this is probably gonna knock me unconscious. I fixed my health. I found out what was wrong with it, so.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, if you failed,
Those are big numbers.
you. Oh yeah. If you failed, you take 77 cold damage and 67 bludgeoning damage.
What was the
Jesus
threshold again?
Christ.
22?
22.
Okay.
If you pass,
Colin.
you take half of that.
Did you know technically I think I'm
Thank-
dead?
Well,
Thank
Steiner
fuck
is
for
down.
evasion.
So, and it rounds up, right?
It's rounded up, yeah.
Don't worry, guys. That's only 72 damage.
God damn, that hurts.
That's some big damage right there. I mean, she did cast her 9th level, her only 9th level spell.
Yeah,
Don, you can
the
take Steiner's
goddamn
off.
40d6 damage.
Yes, 20d6 and 20d6 fire, but in her case it's cold because
Oh
she's
yeah.
a Tide Mother.
So technically I am dead, Colin.
Oh, Aruna
mean-
gets
Oh shit! I
blasted.
resisted the cold then.
Oh wait, I have resistance to cold too. Shit.
Alright, so you'd only take half of the cold damage if you're resistant.
Was the
to
cold the second one? The
It was
67?
it was the 77 was the cold.
The 77? Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
guessing
Okay, wait a second.
everyone in the middle here got hit.
Just a powerful. I mean, she is a Tide Mother, and it really gives you a glimpse of what the current Tide Mother can do.
Well, that hurt a lot.
That was everyone in the purple, yes?
Everyone in the purple.
I'm down.
Yeah, so technically me resisting cold because of my Cloak of Summer saved me from dying.
I am
Barely.
at 27 HP.
Yay!
Wait,
And
are
I've-
you about to insta-die?
And
Yeah.
I passed.
Yeah,
Oh,
I only have
god
109.
damn.
I only have 109 hit points.
Yeah, I'm 117. I passed. If I had failed that, I would have just died. Like, immediately.
All right.
Good news
Wild.
is I'm at 0 HP.
Same.
Which
It's okay. Reed's fine.
thank God for Reed.
He says this is a dexterity save. Since he passes, he don't take shit.
Son of a bitch.
He doesn't even take half. Same would be for Klaus. Klaus passes, he doesn't take any damage.
I guess I didn't roll the save. I'm stupid.
Yep, thank God for evasion, man.
Thank God for evasion.
I failed it. It's fine.
Screw.
All right, that's like I said, drop the 9th level spell slot. It does immediately go to you, Klaus.
Yay. Hang on, I gotta read that real quick.
Save us.
Then sorcery points equal to the spell's level. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and twin cast haste on. Oh wait, Alicle's down? Fuck. Damn.
Sorry, I've been muted. Yeah, I took
Okay.
with
Yeah,
a
you did that whole
35.
fucking-
I still took
Yeah.
over half my health, and I was already
Oh,
hit
really?
previously.
Damn. Okay.
It doesn't matter
Alright, so
that
I won't twin spell haste then. I will instead. Zombie swarm. I'm gonna move up, throw the dagger down right here where I'm standing, and summon zombies. And oh, am I paralyzed?
Shouldn't be.
What'd
Oh.
you do?
I might
Okay.
have accidentally
saw-
just because I was clicking on.
Okay, that's
I was
fine.
trying to click on something off the screen. It might have caught
Gotcha.
the status effect whenever I was trying to click off the screen.
I was hoping I didn't like step onto the ice and actually do something I shouldn't have done. I was like, no, where's my turn going? But yeah, I'm gonna use my action to summon the zombies and like put the AoE on the ground, and I'll use my bonus action to get them to attack. Once we get them down.
Okay.
But I will put one right there.
Let me bring up the old rules. There we go. Ooh, you said one right there.
Yep,
There.
two right there. And the last one up there.
All right. And you got the.
And I will bonus action to have them all attack their targets.
Nice. And where was the dagger down?
Right where I'm standing.
Okay. There you go.
Alright. What's their bonus attack? I can just go ahead and roll 4 attacks right now.
There. Let me see. Do I
Oh shit, I can just look I
Yeah.
can bring it up.
I had.
bu-
Yeah, you're the
Oh, it doesn't have
you're
fucking-
you're the owner of the ghoul, so you can actually bring them up and roll with
Okay.
them.
So it's just a strength +1, so just +1 on their melees.
They're not very strong, obviously. They're mostly a nuisance.
Right.
But that is
Got it.
that is why your dagger is a +3 weapon instead of a +2 weapon, because it's a
Yeah.
slightly weaker effect, but the bane's the good
I
thing.
gotcha.
As now everything is baned, except for your allies. You choose who you want to bane in
Yeah.
this one.
Oh damn it, it's not rolling. Why are you not rolling? Fuck, maybe I do have to use D&D Beyond to roll.
Oh, you can just roll a d20 and tell me what you roll.
Oh, never mind. I'm fucking retarded. That's why. Usually helps when you're not retarded.
That's not me.
Wow, these zombies suck.
I mean, they can be used to flank. In fact, this one's flanking.
Yeah, actually, that one is flanking.
This
so
one,
he
these
should
two also have or these two don't have advantage. Or no, they do have
Okay.
advantage because he's surrounded.
Do they?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so
More importantly,
I'll roll 3 of
your
them.
allies have advantage with them around.
All right, so we'll say
The 20 definitely hits.
yeah, we'll say that was against the mother.
I will say the mother has lower armor class right now because she's slowed. Oh wait, no, she's not. Aruna's unconscious. Wait, who slowed her?
Huh?
It was me.
Aruna. Wait, never mind. She doesn't have lower armor class.
Oh no. But unless a 15 hits, that's only one successful attack.
Unfortunately, a 15 does not. And you're including their bonus with that roll, right? So it would be a 16.
Yeah. And let's see, hit is.
No, it would be a 17.
Oh wow, I've been doing that wrong. They have on their claw attacks are D20 plus 4, so that's a 19 to hit.
Yep. Yeah, the bites got a plus
still not
2.
enough?
The bites have a plus 2. The claws have a plus 4. So a 19
Okay.
hits.
All right. 8 damage to the Tide Mother. And 7 damage to the Fire Angel.
All right.
And how much
7.
did the ghoul take from the cold damage?
From the cold damage, it takes 2 points of cold damage, and the other one takes 2 points fire damage. So,
Okie dokie.
on a just a hot garbage constitution roll. I don't know if you noticed, your ghoul's claws have a bonus that they have to make a constitution save or be paralyzed. So the fire angel
Uh-oh.
rolling a natural 1 becomes paralyzed.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's a just about the only thing that could have knocked it down, make it fail that roll, is to roll just a natural 1. But it did, so
It was gonna work at one point.
unfortunately, that practically takes out the fire. Oh, it does get to repeat its saving throw at the end of its turn, but that practically takes
Yeah.
it out. Anything else from Klaus?
That is me.
I goes to Venta.
All right. I'm gonna come up right here,
Fucking dead.
and I'm going to whack that dude.
You absolutely can. Boy, it's not gonna be great.
That's a 28 to hit him for 23 damage. Let me roll that extra d.
He's paralyzed. It's an automatic crit.
Oh. So I roll 2d6. Wait, no.
Does it Max just decapitated them with the sword?
He doesn't
No,
have.
it's not
that.
Vorpal,
It's
right?
not. That's not what it is for him.
Oh,
that-
there's an extra d6 of bludgeoning that you added on there. Okay. That's already in there. So that's what, 18 plus 7 is 25? And then plus the d6, which is another 6 damage on that. So 31?
I mean, you said it with a question mark. You're the one that's got to tell me.
31 damage.
Okay.
I'm asking myself if the math is right. I guess I have... Yeah, 2 attacks. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna action surge. I'll do 2 more attacks.
Like I said, every attack against him right now is a crit.
So I guess that's another 30. That's another
Well-
31.
Well, you're forgetting you have a +2 weapon, so you roll 2d6 on top of that.
Okay, you're right. Okay. So I've done... Oh my god. Okay, so in total, I rolled just 8d6, because I have 4 attacks. 30 damage from the extra d6s.
Okay, so you're doing
And that's 31 times 4.
31 minus 31. 31. That is enough to outright kill him.
Get fucked. How much damage do I take?
Thank God.
You take 4d12 fire damage. Put up real fast. 17 points of fire damage.
Oh, not too bad on the D12.
Rolled a couple of ones, but that is enough to like I said, with the paralysis, that critical fail on the saving throw that paralyzed him blasts him out.
Man, that's very fortunate.
All right. I still have my bonus action. Do I have? What feats do I have?
2 of them.
Okay, I don't.
I'm helping.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get right there with the rest of my movement, and I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master bonus attack action, sorry, to whack him. Am I flanking with the zombie there? I don't think I am, because he's on the other side, right?
He's surrounded, so you have advantage.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a 26 to hit for 21 damage. Let me roll that extra d6. 5 plus 5 more, so 26.
Alright, you start chopping into Estevan.
That's my turn.
Alright. It's gonna go to Reed. Reed is in NPC mode. So he's just gonna move and attack the Tide Mother with some basic unarmed attacks. He rolls a 19 for 10. 17 points of damage. Still a lot of damage to her because she's not super sturdy. However, he does take 8 points of cold damage. Alright. It goes to the top of the round, which is Aruna.
Hey, did you know it's time for death saves?
Making some death saves.
You know how it is, man.
Don't worry, Aruna, you can always come back.
Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't have the ability to just do death saves for some reason because the character sheet's messed up.
Yeah, all the character sheets. The 5th edition framework is real not good.
Alright, so I failed the first one. Let's go!
Let's go! It'll go to Henley.
I'm blessed, right? That's what that is on me?
Yep.
Alright, well I'm gonna ignore her and go 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go up to Esteban.
Okay.
I'm going to shift. So I gain I'm level 17 plus 5, so I gain 22 temp HP plus a d6. If it would let me type it. 3, so I gain 25 temp HP. And then I'm gonna start why am I over there? I'm over here. I'm gonna start slashing him, Colin.
Alright.
I have advantage, right?
Yes, he is pretty well surrounded.
A 23.
Yep.
And a 30. I'm assuming both those hit.
They both hit.
Alrighty. 12 damage and 15 damage. And then I will hit him with 2 uses of Infectious Fury. To DC 19 Wisdom save.
He passes one. He's gonna use a legendary action to roll with advantage on the second because he fails. Alright, he passes both.
Okay. He has to take a red legendary resistance off of him.
It's not, he has legendary resistances, but he also has a legendary action to let him re-roll, basically uses a thread of fate to re-roll, to give himself advantage on a saving throw.
I'm still using his resources, Colin.
That is true, you're using his legendary resources. He's now back down to 2, because they recharge at the start of the turn. But, if there's nothing else, it's gonna go to Alec Cool.
Yep, that's it.
Whatever, just fucking cool. It's 1 death save, since it won't just like let me do that on the thing. That's it.
Alright, a pass on the death save. It goes to Caraqua.
Caraqua is going to roll a d20. I don't get any bonus from the bless, do I?
Is it an attack or
It is a save.
saving?
It is a saving throw.
It is a save.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Boom, shakalaka.
Nick, you would have too. See if you roll
Hey,
higher.
that's a natural.
I mean,
20.
it doesn't really matter. It's not a. Yeah, if you rolled a natural 20, you stand up with 1.
My
So
God.
you're up with 1.
Actually, I just realized that all 4 of those people could have used the bless on their.
I mean,
That's
it
saving
it,
throw.
does, it
Nobody-
doesn't actually matter unless they roll a
I
natural
passed
20.
the save with a 35. I still took half damage, Connor.
No.
The so I get to do my turn then, yeah?
No, you take dex saving throws at the end of your turn.
Feels bad, man.
Carry on.
Alright, so you are at 1 HP, but you are still prone. But you make death saves at the end of your turn.
God dang it. I'm gonna call John Dungeons and have him change that.
Alright. It is going to... As it spins, it's basically does all sorts of movements through the air. It is going to spend its action as the... has advantage. As the needle goes down at Alec Cool and pierces straight into his chest. This attack does not do any damage, but it connects a line of fate between Alec Cool and the Oni. As the Oni just sort of howls in laughter. This is one that even you can see.
Okay, everyone can see the fact. Okay.
You're bound to me now, champion.
I mean, I can't do anything. I can't even hear him.
As it goes to Ito.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna walk the dog.
Just because I know we've had issues with that in the past. Okay, no, it actually looks like everybody's health bars are actually working now. That's cool.
I mean, their health bars were always working. You just had to hover over their tokens to see them instead of me making them always on.
Invisible? Okay. Of course I say that, my mind says 0.
I mean, I will say the White Tide Mother is still there, although she's real beat up.
Yeah, I'm debating if I want to save Karakwa.
You've seen that she is a spell cat. Karakw's up. He's got 1 health.
He's up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You've seen that she is a
Nick and Arun are the ones that are down.
spell caster, though, so she's got very powerful spells, but she's fragile.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just dump into her. I will do an attack. No, I won't. to attack with it. What? Okay. Why?
Like, Connor, you know at this point you just have to roll the d20 and add it and tell me what you roll. You can't just...
Yeah, I know. I miss that a lot. I think that's right. Actually, no. Would it be
Like,
'Cause
I can... What are you attacking with?
just the lady's resolve?
So it's a plus
it's-
11 to hit. Yeah, I can look at
It
it.
is
here.
11 to
So it's d20 plus 11.
I will re-roll that then. 31, which would be a crit, I suppose.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's if I'm being... And you're attacking her?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a crit.
So I will be.
Wait, we playing Pathfinder?
He rolled
You
a
rolled
20.
a 20.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. My bad. It didn't show up green, I got confused.
Max over
Yeah.
here, like,
No, it legitimately isn't green on his thing, so it didn't say it was like a
I,
nine.
Yeah.
I did think that was odd. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Oh my god.
I mean, it's max damage, Connor. And you killed
No,
him.
I know. My problem is my character sheet is like blurring when I am changing pages, and I have to wait for it to load. But yeah, if you just want to rule it as I kill her, that's fine.
She only has 5 hit points left. You cannot
Okay.
do less than 5 hit points because you're going to automatically do max 8 plus 5, so 13 plus another 2 on top of that, so it'd be 13 plus 2d6. And if you want to dump Divine Smites, it would would automatically crit max those. So she's dead.
I will kill her then. And if I have a bonus action available, I will cast a healing word. At least I thought I had healing word. What?
Paladins don't. Oh, you Bard also. That's right.
He's a bard.
No, it's not. It's not on my list.
It is on your list. It's in your first level spell slots. Healing Word.
Okay, it's not on my list.
I'm looking at your character sheet and it's on there.
Okay. Boy, I love this module. Just gonna switch to.
Just use D&D Beyond, Connor.
Yeah, it'd be cool if D&D Beyond let me log in. It hasn't worked in months.
Why?
Oh.
Is that I can...
Tried resetting your password?
Okay. If you want to cast healing word, I will aim that at Karakwa.
Alright,
I'm up.
he's already up.
I'm up. Please cast it on someone else.
Yeah, please cast it on Nick or Aruna.
Okay, then I will cast it on Aruna. There's a
Baron.
What level are you casting it at?
That would be level 3.
Alright. You cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Yep. That's it.
Okay. 4, 54. Aruna heals for...
Oh my god.
11 points.
Amazing.
12
Wait,
points.
Is
Oh,
she
damage.
like slouched over on her broom, still 10 feet up in the air.
No, the
Probably
broom
technically not.
the broom carries her to the ground.
You know what's really funny? If you did fall damage,
I'm not
bet
gonna
it would've-
I'm not
it
gonna
would've-
do fall damage on the broom. You slump over the
It
broom
would've
and fall
killed me.
down.
It 100% would have
But
offed
you
me.
deal.
Oh my
you take
God.
12 points. You heal for 12 points of. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Mammals are so fragile.
All right.
I have 109 hit points at level 17.
Well,
Not
you don't
good.
you don't want to get caught in those 9th level spells.
It's okay.
That being said,
I'm not,
you can do the same damage as her, but she can do the same damage against you. All right. If that's it for Ito, it goes to Klaus.
Yep, that's me.
Did
Alright.
she cast Meteor Swarm again?
No, she's
No,
dead.
that's his bane.
That's his bane that's on the ground.
I think if she casts Meteor Swarm again, we'd all be dead.
I am going to surround the fuck out of this guy. And we're gonna whack, 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 whack. So D20 plus 4.
Why don't you why don't you roll start off rolling with the ghoul or something?
Yeah, I'm doing the ghouls first.
Do the ghoul. Ghoul-tacular. Ghoul-extreme.
Alright, and so that's what? One
There
hit?
They have advantage on all of these attacks.
God damn it, I could have hit advantage.
Do it again, stupid.
All 4 of them miss.
That change anything?
Nope.
Damn. Well, he's still surrounded, so I'm going to hit him with this old thing. It's not. Oh my god, it's not on there. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Here it is. Damn it.
Not a great roll.
Oh, hang on. I can actually expend a dice to add a d10 to that. Fuck.
And
Damn.
not enough, unfortunately.
Nope.
He's like, you know what, buddy? This one's on
Well-
me. He alters your fate and gives you advantage.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got him surrounded. He can't go anywhere. Have at it, fellas.
He's like, you know what? Y'all have this. I'm gonna. We could less bloodshed, the better. He's like, you know what? Here you go.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
just gonna peace out, guys. Bye.
I know this is metagamey, but you guys do know if we kill him while attached to Nick, Nick will die, right?
Nope.
Nope.
It goes to Venta.
Maybe.
He did say he's bound to him.
Yeah. And
So,
Colin
like-
explained to us the fight mechanic.
Yeah, but that's like, that can mean anything. Maybe they're just good friends.
That sounds like next week's problem. All right, boys, we're going back to hell.
Venta,
Colin,
Venta ain't no bitch.
I'm right next to Alec Cool. Can I pick up the Mantis Claw and slash the cord? Can I drop my sword, pick up the Mantis Claw, and slash the cord?
I was gonna do.
You'll have to give me a religion check to do that. It doesn't just automatically work.
Okay, well, it's better than nothing.
Do you even know what a religion is?
You've probably heard
Yeah.
you've probably
He's heard
heard
of it.
Alec Gould talking about the Mantis Queen.
I don't think Alicool's ever mentioned the
Guy,
Mantis Queen.
the guy won't shut up about the Mantis Queen.
Fucking 13.
Uh,
Colin, I'm gonna use my favored by the gods. Or I'm gonna ask you if I can, I guess. Once per short rest, if you fail a saving throw or miss an attack roll, I can add 2d4. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. That's a 20 total. Dirty 20.
All right. Yeah,
21,
I'll allow it. I'll allow it for this, even though it's not technically saving throw or an attack roll. It's kind of an ability check, but it kind of is. Alright. I'll let you expend it as you are going to drop your sword as it clatters with a dull thud to the ground, and you pick up the Mantis Claw, and wielding it, you sever the tie between Alec Cool and Estevan.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And I hold up the Mantis Claw to him, and I'm like, alright, motherfucker, you and me.
We did it, boys. We won fate.
This one's on you.
Alright. It is going to go to Reed. Gonna dash.
Alicool gets like, oh no, Alicool can't get double exiled. Never mind, he's cool. I was like watching Alicool get exiled for letting me touch the Mantis Claw. And I'm like, wait, no, he's
What are you
already
gonna
exiled.
do? Exile him from his
Yeah,
home country?
what are you gonna do? Exile him again?
Welcome back, Alacool. Back into the
You're gonna
fold.
send him to
Now
Detroit.
get out!
No, they're gonna send him to Detroit. That's what's gonna happen.
No, not Detroit. Anything but Detroit.
Isn't that where he's from already?
You know
Man,
what?
Detroit got real underground and real sandy.
You know what really sucks? Lou had the opportunity to learn the Way of the Mercy healing hands, but he skipped over it whenever he bypassed that, essentially.
Was it the monk at the monastery that healed me, or tried to heal me?
Yeah, whenever he kept running into the Ruby Serpents, they're the Way of Mercy, and they can teach the healing fists things. That's okay. He's gonna run forward, and he's gonna attack the Oni with his unarmed strikes. Hitting him, smacking him upside the head.
Smack my bitch up.
I rolled a 3 and a 2. Well, they both miss. Alright, it goes to Aruna.
Hey, Rune.
Aruna, you are prone, but you're now awake.
Sort of. Cool. Would you be surprised to know that I stand up?
Oh.
I know, it's crazy.
Kind of crazy.
Based standing up.
You should cast a spell.
Yeah, so that he can take it from me, you son of a bitch.
You don't know how many legendary actions he's burned so far.
He gets them back every turn, you son of a bitch. I know you. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Sometimes you drown in a bunch of booze.
You take
Damn.
a
God, I wish.
Speaking of booze, I'm gonna go get another beer, so I'll let you think
Okay.
about. I'll let you dwell on what to
me,
do, Aruna.
Colin.
I'll let you dwell
Don't
on what
want me.
whenever he can divert spells with a charisma, and you have to make a charisma saving throw to do it.
I'll tell you, it's really something that I am in fact entirely a spellcaster. It's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
And none of that, your charisma's not very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you think on what to do. I gotta go pee
Maybe
and
I
grab a
should
beer.
polymorph somebody, and then he should move it to someone else.
That's
but
true,
the
it
chance
is
of
a-
him getting it,
It's very slim.
It's very
Okay.
slim, but the chance of a ghoul getting it is like great.
It is very
That's
slim.
true.
But because whenever he pulls a spell like that,
should-
it's done at random. So
You should polymorph someone into Gareth's succubus Eidolon.
it's great.
Keep it in the family.
I think I should polymorph somebody into a T-Rex, and then hopefully someone else will become a T-Rex, because it'll be funny.
I wanted to be a ghoul, man. Colin make it a zombie.
Alright.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking great.
Don't worry, on my turn, in a couple more, I will cast Mass Cure Wounds, and everyone will be A-okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what
He
happens.
yoinks that and puts it on himself.
Well, cool, I will Mass Cure Wounds him and everyone else too.
Alright, we'll see what happens. When Colin comes back, it'll be funny.
It's spicy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost dead. My go-to is turning myself into, you know, God, it'd be extra funny if a fucking ghoul does become a T-Rex there. Not an incorrect statement.
I mean, it would be fitting.
Yeah.
The last time you saw someone surrounded by ghouls and had the T-Rex in the room, much
Oh,
different
shit.
circumstances.
It could be a series of unfortunate events.
True. God, if it's the boss, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Eh. Don't worry about it. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Alright, he turns into a T-Rex and then we like shit on a T-Rex.
It's true.
That's true, what if a T-Rex had less health than he did?
Alright.
I got my
Alright.
blue moon.
Oh, and we're going for the T-Rex special. He can redirect it
Wait.
if he wants to.
Wait, did James Corden get canceled?
God, I hate
Final
that.
episode of the Late Late Show with James
Oh,
Corden
it's
aired
been,
on April
oh yeah, no,
27th.
he
Yeah,
that
it
was
got
canceled.
canceled
That
a
was a
while.
while ago.
Like one of their
It,
most.
it turns
It's
out
one of their.
they were losing like $20 million a year on the show.
Yeah,
Beaver.
it's one of their least performing shows like ever.
Hey,
All right.
Amazing.
Beaver, you got me really hyped. I was like, oh, what did he do? What did he get canceled for? You just meant the show.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the
Okay,
show's
you're
good.
going for this
yeah.
special, huh?
Chugging
Yeah.
along.
All right.
I think it'll be funny no matter what happens.
It's gonna be funny
honestly.
no matter what. All right. Give me a charisma saving throw as he's going to try to redirect the spell.
I'm in fact the most charismatic character in the entire party.
Pull out a titty, and I'll give you a +2 bonus.
All right. It's time to play roulette. 1, 2,
I hope it's a
3,
ghoul.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 13 to choose from. So slash.
That's
Hopefully
a
it's
lucky
Alex
number.
Ghoul, so he comes back as a dinosaur.
Roll 1d13.
Works on
Does he
down
keep,
people.
does he keep
One.
the mandibles?
Roll.
I rolled a 4. 1, 2, 3. It is this ghoul right here.
Let's go!
Yeah!
Zombie T-Rex!
Let's fucking go.
That's
We
ghoul
did it,
was-
Reddit.
is
We did it.
transformed into a T-Rex. Because
Cool.
I'm still basing it off of your level instead of the ghoul's level.
Yo, okay.
So it actually has the potential to have major upsides. That you go to
then
my
I'm gonna-
T-Rex.
I am doing some flying away on the old broom.
It'll be like a zombie T-Rex with like glowing black eyes or something fucking like horror
Perfect.
show.
He's-
Alec, cool. You kind of get, or Aventa, you kind of get shuffled to the side. There's, or actually no, I'm gonna make the ghoul get shuffled out the way. That way,
Yeah.
Aventa, at least you're still like in
Facing
melee
him.
range.
That's unfortunate.
Thank you,
The
Colin.
other ghoul does get shuffled backwards, as there's only so much room that is in
That's
this.
okay.
That being said, one ghoul is turned into a sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, let's go.
Colin, would it make more sense to push it to its other direction since Reed's already an NPC and has moved the ghouls, the NPCs all over one, so that
It's
way
fine.
I mean,
it's
well,
fine.
it took up it went around. It has to be on his space, so it's basically centered on this
Yeah.
space.
Oh, it's
That's
fine.
where
Okay.
it was.
Amazing. Truly astounding.
My little boy's grown up so big.
All right.
I'm so proud.
Can't wait.
That
It's gonna only go well.
is. Is there anything else for Aruna?
I flew away a little bit.
Goes
I don't
to
have a bunch.
Henley.
Alright. I'm gonna whack him.
Gonna schwack him. Whack him.
A 30.
That'll hit.
It's 21, so I'm gonna. It's a 22. Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
And a crit.
Gotta deal that big damage. He's still mostly
Hell yeah,
okay.
get that motherfucking crit.
The first one does 18. The second one does 13. And the last one. Say plus 2. That's not right.
Like the best fucking token for dinosaur.
I can't. I think it's. I roll additional 48. I think it's what it is.
No, he's speaking in tongues.
21. So that would be.
He said, "I am sexy Dinah." No.
That's 37 damage on that one, Colin.
All right, plus another.
And I'm gonna use
37.
my last. And I'm gonna use my last 3 infectious furies on him.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Pass. Fail. One fail.
It's a decent. Is he gonna resist it or is he just gonna take it?
He'll resist it. He might as well use his legendary resistance. He still has 3 of them, so.
Okay. Oh, it's still my. That's my turn.
All right.
Furious typing.
Furious typing. It is Alec Cool's turn.
I rolled. It's a fail.
A fail. He has 1 death failure.
Oh god.
Perhaps one of the healers might help him
Well,
out.
I say you,
Ito!
roll a. You have it's a saving throw, so you roll a d4 and add that on top of it.
Oh, yeah, add that D4.
That's true.
It's a
God
fail.
damn it!
Damn.
All right,
Doesn't fuck matter anyway.
it goes to Karakwa.
Iroquois is going to move right here. And because this spell is centered on me in a 30-foot sphere.
Okay.
Oh, that means it's 15 coming out both ways, yes?
What are you casting?
It's radius. It's mass cure wounds.
You said it's a 30-foot radius, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm having a retard moment.
A
right
30-foot
now.
radius would be 30 on
yeah, is
both
it
sides.
30-foot radius or 30-foot diameter?
Radius.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
30
you're
on-
right.
it's
You're
30
right.
in
Be a
every
whole-
direction.
So I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds, and there's a lot of us that are hurting by this, but I get to select 6 people. I'm going to cast it as a 6th level. No, I'm going to keep it as a 5th level spell. Put it right here on top of me. Get
Yep.
everyone that I need.
Get your boys.
I'm going to select Aruna, Alec Cool, Ito,
Is it room?
Henley,
Say
Venta, and me.
And how much is this?
And it was going to be 15 HP.
And who gets it?
Aruna.
Am I in range?
Yeah, you are. I
say
made sure
you're,
that
you're centering it on
Okay.
you.
It's pretty much everyone but me.
Yeah. So if you were centering on you, it'd be right there.
Yeah, I looked
Oh,
at your
okay.
HP.
Oh,
You
okay,
have
so everyone but
pretty-
Klaus then? Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty
because
much.
everyone has a pretty decent amount, except for or he has a
Yeah.
slightly decent amount. So you all restore 15 hit points, which is not a lot, but hey, it's something. It gets the big guy up, and it gets you a little bit more. And that is my turn.
All right. It goes. If that's it for Karakwa, it goes to Oni. Alec Cool is now conscious, so he has to make a saving throw against fear. It is a pass. All right. So he passes fear save. He is going to attack with his needle. He will first attack Klaus. It's gonna be a 20 versus armor class.
I believe. Give me 1 second. Yep, I'm on shield.
Okay. Next, he will attack Henley. Wow, that's an 18 versus armor class. Some real low rolls
Straight
from
up
him.
misses.
Then he is going to attack Venta. It's a critical miss.
It's sad when you can't hit me. I have like no
I'm going
AC.
to use the. I'm going to spend a superiority die and use my repot. My parry?
He rolled just about as low as he could on all those rolls.
Not bad.
Fucking nerd, give me your lunch
Yep,
money.
He misses me. Make the melee weapon attack again. $21 to hit.
Does not hit.
Oh damn.
You have advantage on that attack.
Yeah, 15 was the other roll.
It does not hit.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I tried. Right, that's
Let's
it.
see. Bonus actions.
Cody, you should have said that your heal was an attack roll. That way you would have healed us for 1d6 more.
I'm just negatively attacking, so it restores health.
If you
Yeah.
stood next to me, you would have been able to re-roll any of the dice you rolled for healing.
All right, it
If I
goes.
stood next to you, I couldn't reach a runa.
It goes to Ito.
Damn.
Alright.
Oh shit, yeah, just in that last little bubble.
Yeah, but a
Yeah.
runic can reach herself.
That's true. She can touch herself all the time.
That's true.
I am going to move here. And assuming no, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Mr. Alaku.
Get him up. His people need him.
It's 1d8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 21 to Alaku.
Hell yeah.
21 points of healing to Alec Cool.
And I don't have a bonus action that I want to use right now, so that's actually it for me.
Oh shit, Klaus, it's T-Rex time, baby.
All right, Klaus. It's T-Rexin time.
See you next time, baby.
Hit him.
Nick, you got your okay. Yeah, I
Alright.
just saw it update.
First thing first, he's gonna move over 6 squares, and I'll just go ahead and do the zombies.
So,
It's zombie time.
Miss. Miss. Miss.
Fucking rip.
The zombies are more of like a annoying.
Yeah, they're
distraction,
fodder. They're fodder.
We
Yeah,
could've
they're
killed
there
him.
to give advantage on the rolls.
Basically.
The fact
They're
that
there
one
to
time
help the
they
T-Rex
hit,
hit.
the hit got the paralyzed though, so it's totally worth it. This is karma. Like this
Yeah,
is just.
So,
I mean,
don't.
he rolled his. They did roll like that was the
Yeah.
tank, and his crit
Yeah.
fail paralyzed him and had him blasted down. So
Yeah, they've done their job and then some today, so I'm still happy with what they've done. So what do I roll
Good work,
for
guys.
the bite attack for the T-Rex?
Aruna's can control. If Tommy, if you want to roll,
Do it.
that's fine.
Yes, sir, I'll do it for you.
Please, sir.
Because technically the Tyrannosaurus is always.
Makes one bite attack.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do I have advantage?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's mega surrounded.
Not a great roll though. Not a hit.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That'll hit.
24. Cool. Normal. 22
3d8
points
plus
of
7. Jesus.
bludgeoning.
There you go.
Yo, 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 yo.
How's he looking?
Beat up, but he's still standing pretty well.
Cool.
He's taking some
Strong enough?
damage.
Okay.
But he's still pretty well intact.
Okay.
That's all the T-Rex attack.
T-Rex.
See, I'm
T-Rex.
again, I'm debating whether or not to do it this turn or try to wait until next turn. But I don't know if he'll make it that far.
You might as well go ahead and do it now.
Okay, I'll use an action to
Oh,
unwrap the hand that has the Eye of Vecna in it, and I'm gonna slap it in his face. I'm gonna
Slap.
try and like press it up against his
Slap,
eyes.
slap.
Stop it. get some help.
Stare into the abyss, bitch.
All right. You. Give me.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be a wisdom save.
You're trying. Hold on. Let me.
I'm trying to use the Eye of Vecna offensively. But not the one in the dagger, the one that's in me.
Yeah. He is gonna make a wisdom save. As you sort of reach up, you grasp it, sort of reach up and try to grasp it to his head. He does clasp your wrist as you do so. But he does pass his saving throw. He got a 24. It was against your DC.
Okay.
Your class DC.
Okay.
But you do catch a glimpse of something that almost you can feel it's something Vecna does want. You see and it's something that the Redeemer wants, and it's something you want. It's something that is held within the vast stores that Estevan has.
Okay.
I'll send you what it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like dragging you to another thing.
Can't believe Colin is sending Beaver some pussy right now.
That
That's
Vecna
it.
bussy.
Is it actual bussy?
What?
Bussy for real?
On God.
Bussy for me?
On God, for real.
Nice.
Alright, but you do
Does
manage
it, does it like give me the location or anything? Like,
You know where
or
they
just
are.
That they're there.
You know where they are.
Awesome. Awesome.
You know what you are.
You know what you want, and you know where they are.
Fantastic.
But
Well, that's a good use of my turn. I'm gonna stay put. And that will be my turn.
alright, it'll go to Venta.
I will hand the Mantis Claw back to Alakul.
Alright.
Say, I believe this is yours, friend. And I pick up my sword. Colin, is that my action?
Yes, it would be. To
Okay.
hand the sword over and pick up your sword. That being said, it seems like an action that's well worth it.
Yeah.
To have done to
Do I
sever
have
the
anything
thread.
that it...
Besides, it looks like it's kind of getting towards the end of things, so.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Oh, bonus action, you know what? I'm gonna second wind. That'll be then my turn. I'll stay put.
How
Alright.
was your first win?
It goes to NPC.
Try.
NPC Reed. He is going to make his NPC attacks. Like I said, don't worry, I did, whenever Lou said he wasn't going to be here, I did weaken everyone enough to make it so it doesn't matter that he was here.
Would that make him an NPR?
That's where you get tote bags from.
Oh my god.
Hit. And, oh, I rolled a fucking 1 again. Alright, 1 hit. Keep fucking it keeps going to private roll. I keep switching to public roll. You rolled a 15 and a 1. So that's 26 and 12. No, that's 28 and 14. He has plus 13 to hit. Okay, he rolls a d10. Max damage for the 1 hit plus 7. So 17 points of damage. Like I said, since he's not here, I'm not worried about spending key points, but I did balance it, so he's just there doing some chip damage. Alright, it goes to the top of the round. Aruna.
Shit, it's me. I bet he has
Cook
legendary.
the pizza. Cook the pizza.
Cookie the pizza. Or you can just toss my spells around. Because he's gummy.
On top of that, you're also using your concentration already.
Oh, you best believe I am. True. You got me there, buddy. I mean, do we like the T-Rex zombie enough?
I mean, yeah.
It's true.
I mean,
Of course,
look at
it's
him.
like the best thing to happen all day.
Amazing.
Look at him.
He's doing it.
So I've got these.
Sitting there menacingly.
So for the Reaper, I've got these miniatures I really like. For Wild West of Oz. So it's got like Dorothy with like a revolver, and I had like the Scarecrow. And you remember Minwano?
Yeah.
That was the Tin Man for Wild West of Oz.
Oh, did he have an axe instead of a sword?
He did. I gave him the sword.
Let's see.
And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got like I've got like the Wicked Witch over here for Wild West of Oz. She's got like a steampunk broom. Oh, and the Cowardly Lion is one of the ones I've already painted. He has like one of those. Looks like a cyberpunk sort of gunner. He has like the gun held up and it runs down. He's got like a jacket. So I really like these minis, but I pulled out all my Wild West minis because Ryan's next vampire, his Vampire the Requiem game is gonna take place in the Wild West, so I'm painting up all my Wild West minis.
Hey, Colin.
Super beast.
I'm actually just gonna cast a mirror image, and if he wants to yoink it, he can. But there's a high chance it'll go on somebody else that's friendly. Hopefully.
Okay.
Mirror image on the T-Rex zombie.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, there's so many.
I'll just let you cast
Oh,
mirror.
there's two.
Like I said, we're getting towards the end of things, so I'm just gonna let you,
Okay.
you cast it.
Are you
Because I
saying
can't
it's the
cast
end
too
of
much
time?
without risk of it going poorly. So.
Give him the mirror image.
Yep, that's it from me.
All right, it goes to Henley.
I'm gonna slash him 3 times.
Damn.
What? You not want me to do that? I cannot.
I mean, the door is right down here. You can just leave.
That's true. I got 25,
Shit.
A hit.
a 20,
21 is not a hit.
a 23,
That is a hit.
and a 27.
That'll hit.
That'd be 16, 18, and 16.
Oops, I did not mean that.
Oh, did you do 60 damage to him? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you should keep that. That's a cool mistake. Keep that
I
up.
don't know what he did actually. I'm just fucking. That's my turn, Colin.
All right. You slash into the Oni now as he is very much undefended as it goes to Alec Cool. Now with himself as you stand before this terror of fate, this abomination.
I did not mean to roll anything in D&D. Okay, I'm gonna fucking. Why does it ask me to use the ability when I try and roll with the fucking claw?
I was getting that as well.
It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah. And then the numbers are weird and skewed and wrong.
Well, the number's correct. So 31 to hit.
That'll hit.
$15 damage.
You do have
Plus
advantage on these attacks, so you
Oh,
might
yeah.
crit.
Well, that one is not. For the 15 and then sneak attack. 11. Second attack. $32 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 damage. And I don't remember, do I get sneak attack more than once a turn?
Not in 5th edition. In Pathfinder,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, and then I'm going to do my, use one of my War Priest things to make my bonus action allow me to attack with Mantis Claw again. $32 to hit
A hit.
for another 11 points of damage.
Right. He staggers backwards, a look of fear, of abject terror in his eyes, as he slumps to the ground, clutching the vast gashes across his chest as he says, "You weren't supposed to come. You were never supposed to be real."
Well, it's a real shame that fate isn't dictated by you.
I am the master of fate. You are nothing. I weave the threads of time.
You're a poor imitation of a fate weaver.
Alright. And he is going to, whipping around, toss out the thread of fate right at you, Alec Cool, as you see the needle fly forward.
Okay.
Rad.
Alright.
Is there something I can respond to?
You can Mantis Claw with it.
Okay. Is it just like an attack roll?
It's a
or
reaction.
Reaction?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I'll use my Mantis Claw
Make an attack roll.
attack roll. Still with advantage or no?
Still with advantage, because he is flanked.
Wow.
He also did not roll great. He rolled an 8 plus... He rolled real bad. I mean, he rolled pretty bad. He rolled okay, but...
Does Nick add the bless to it?
He can add the bless to it.
My God, add the bless.
The blast.
I'll let him add it.
He added to the bless. Added the
All right.
bless.
The blast.
He is going to send, use his last legendary action to send out the thread. As he does so, you bring the Mantis Claw across, and it wraps around the Mantis Claw. As you can see, it spins. And as the two of you yank against each other, light emanates from first you and then the Oni, and it sort of grows into a swirling vortex, a sphere that has almost images, very fleeting images. Things that you've seen and things that you have done. As he desperately yanks, he tries to pull at the thread of fate and yank the Mantis Claw out of your hand, while you equally try to yank the threads of fate out of his. And this bubble grows around the two of you. Everyone on the outside, you are sort of pushed away as there is a vortex of light that envelops the two as they desperately vie for control and struggle over who is going to be in true control of fate, who is the true champion of the Mantis Queen. Within this swirling vortex, you can see Estevan almost looks transparent, as his skin has given way to reveal like bones and skeletal structure that appears to be made of pinpoints of light, as you can see from your extended arms as you struggle with the Mantis Claw, you look the same. Transparent structure with the like almost like a constellation of stars that makes up your skeletal structure. within the bubble, you can see that the interior is the tapestry of fate itself being woven and altered and always changed. As Alec Cool swirling around you, you can see the most importance that make up your moments that make up your life. Everything that you have worked for and strived for and traveled for. You see the tea ceremony emblazoned in beautiful red tapestry. Your journey across the sands of Beaz Kumlahar. Your meeting of the party. The way, the heart of the Cold Forge. Things that you actually saw previously in the book in the library. As Estevan struggles and he howls in pain and terror and anger as he struggles against you. And you see that the tapestry turns into the directly into the one you saw in the book. Previously, you that saw this figure that was shielded by fate as you struggled desperately against him, and as you almost feel like the mantis claw is being yanked out of your hands, you feel another set of arms wrap around you. As you can see, the mantis queen clasps her hand around your hands and begins pulling back with you, as you see more than just that last image of you wrapped in the tapestry. And you see the tapestry is splitting forth and revealing that the tapestry was never a shield that shielded you from fate. It was a chrysalis. It was a cocoon that transforms you into the champion you were always meant to be. As you feel yourself changing, as even though the Mantis Queen cannot speak, her message is clear that this is what you were always meant to be. You were always meant to be her champion, her true champion. And this was not a shield, this was a metamorphosis. It was a transformation. And from the outside, you can see there is a split that echoes straight down the middle of this sphere. As Alec Cool, you feel you managed to yank away with the Mantis Queen's help. And you, as it splits away, and to the outside, you and Estevan emerge. And the beautiful sort of flowing this flowing white spear disappears, and it transforms into flowing wings out the back of Alec Cool. Wings that are made of the very tapestry of fate itself, as Alec Cool emerges transformed into the true champion of the Mantis Queen, wielding the true weapon of the Mantis Queen. It is what looks like the Mantis Claw, this beautifully crafted curved sword that dangles at the end of the thread of fate as he's able to spin it around with an incredible ease, as it is an extension of himself. As the weapon that is your weapon that you get is essentially a whip that ends in the Mantis Claw, and the whip itself is the thread of fate. And you emerge transformed. What does the new Alec Cool look like?
I look
Butterfly
like...
wings, butterfly wings, butterfly wings.
No,
He's an ant.
I look like the Mantis Queen. Like my lower hands are human hands now, and I.
Nope. Don't like that.
Well, you can make it however it wants to be.
But yeah,
Sorry, Dick, go ahead.
I look like a hive queen, and which they don't have the human hands, but for this I would have.
Yeah, for the Mantis Queen's champion.
Yeah, and then Yeah, I mean,
All right.
other than the wings, I look like a very big hive queen.
You
And now that we've helped Alakul get their weapon, they eat our heads.
Alex
sorry.
Cool,
Oh no!
You know too much.
you emerge as a hive queen.
There were signs.
Not only that, you have wings that sprout from your back. These wings are made from the very, they look like frayed and tattered tapestry, made from the very tapestry of fate itself. Upon these wings are emblazoned images, fates, things like that, various different journeys. And you can actually change them and alter them. You can, just like the Mantis Queen herself is able to weave the Tapestry of Fate, you are able to weave the images and colors and designs on your wings to show things. Estevan staggers backwards, his hands up, and he collapses on the ground. Says, "Mercy, please don't kill me."
This guy's cute.
I look at my wings. Does it show his fate?
Looking at your wings, it doesn't show his fate. His fate is held in your hands.
My God.
Look at your hands. Look at your hand.
I mean, in his hands is the fate
I
slash.
kill him.
All right. That is
That's Nick. Nick is the JoJo. No.
that is a fair fate for him. He's done evil and terrible things.
I lash out the mantis claw and whip it around his neck and pop his head off.
A fair thing. He's done evil and terrible things. Messed with people's fates. Taken advantage of people. No doubt he's killed. No doubt he's maimed and harmed and tortured. As you wave the fate slash overhead, and it arches down and severs the neck of Estevan as he collapses to the ground, blackish blood pouring and pooling on the stony floor as his arms twitch a couple of times and his body lays still.
That's pretty metal as fuck.
And then there's a rumble. This, with Estevan dead, you're forced to rush out of this dimension, this pocket of fate, as it is no longer stable. Dashing through the doorway, you land in the courtyard of the compound, as the tower of the compound tower of Estevan makes terrible rumbles and then begins collapsing in on itself.
We should probably leave.
Highly recommend. Yes.
Sit rep.
I leave.
I'm going to break off. I'm gonna go looking for stuff.
Okay, are you trying to... Are you being stealthy about it?
Oh yeah, I'll stealth away from the group.
Give me a stealth.
Plus, actually, I get a hang on.
We all kind of stand here.
Do you
No,
pass
it's-
my
it's-
passive
it's-
perception of
it's a
33?
It's a 27. I get to add a D10 to it. So hang on 1 second. So that's a 32 to stealth.
Damn.
Alec Cool noticed.
I
you.
still see you.
I see everything.
Well, I
We all
mean,
kinda
you can
stand
see
here
your
like-
fate, so I'm not that hurt.
Alec Cool's like... Alec Cool, you see Klaus just kind of... just kind of walks away.
That's
Perfect.
fucking amazing.
I stealth
Wonderful.
and follow him. I stealth
Can
from the group.
can we see?
Wait, hold on.
Can
You're
we-
a giant fucking bug thing that now has giant wings with fucking human hands coming out of your goddamn torso, and you're just gonna say, I'm gonna stealth away.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is in amidst amongst a collapsing tower, as well as the guard of Estevan, the remaining guards of Estevan compound
Holy
panicking.
shit. Where'd
I'm-
you go?
I look at Bruce, and then I look at Alakul. And
Bruce.
Alakul looked at Bruce. I look back. Bruce is gone. I look back at Alakul.
Bruce.
He's gone.
Who the fuck is
I don't
Bruce?
know where Bruce
Wait,
is.
no, Bruce has got the ultimate stealth. Nobody has seen him in fucking 8 months.
Klaus
Oh my
stealth
God.
so hard he summoned
Klaus.
Bruce as a stand-in.
I forgot.
Fuck yeah.
It's Klaus.
It's like
Yeah.
a person being recast
do
in the
wanna make a
same
perception
show as
check.
a different character. Like, wow,
Like that
you look
one
like
scene
you-
in Black Dynamite.
Um,
The best
I will
scene.
say, everyone else, you do see as the tower collapses, there are many guards that are and courtesans that are panicking, running around the compound. Many unsure of what to do. An air of just chaos is in the air. It is.
Eh.
As I say, it's not. It is conveniently also a good opportunity to just blend in and get the fuck out.
True.
Is there
Yep.
people that are like
There's people, like I said, the courtesans and the guards are panicking. They're running around the compound. Some are
I-
leaving. Some
I-
are rushing to the tower.
as we are running out, I kind of just do a quick. You need to leave now. Exit the premises as I run past them.
All right, there are several that are
Begin
doing
ushering
so.
people.
Please leave.
We all just form a queue and so.
Turok was the usher.
You know what? The last time we did a queue, I don't want to talk about that.
People died.
Yeah, it's fine.
All
Max,
right,
What the fuck?
What?
Was that a tie?
What?
I mean, it's the tie isn't now.
what's wrong with ties? I wear ties.
No,
I
no.
like wearing ties.
It wasn't the fact that it is a tie. It's the pattern that I saw.
Wait, what kind of tie? Hold on, I want to see
What's
this
the tie? Show the tie. Show the tie.
Connor, sometimes you want patterns to break things up, right?
True.
So like a nice pinstriped pants, obviously, or like a vest or a tie with your solid shirt.
No, you need to get the fucking Yoshikage Kira tie.
I like to wear
Yeah.
I like to have, if I'm wearing a bow tie, I like it to be patterned. If I'm wearing a regular like necktie, I like it to be
Are you fucking
just normal.
Tucker Carlson?
Yes, I know how to tie
I'll
a
mess it
fucking
up.
bow tie. But the
So
point,
do I, Colin. It's okay.
the point
Thanks, John
is,
Stewart, for removing that evil from the world.
you do manage to, in the chaos, you manage to exit the compound as the central tower collapses, burying Estevan in amongst the riches and the paranoia that he held.
He's probably fine.
And
I've
yet,
got too
whenever you turn to look around and assess yourself, Alec Cool and Klaus are gone.
Those bastards.
We all just kind of course, they always do this.
I
What-
can't
of
wait
course.
for
I'm going
to
home.
find another fucking Eye of Vecnars.
It-
What
We're gonna have
a
to deal with
twist.
that.
They'll make it out.
in this
Why do we even bother?
in this regard, I'll go ahead and talk about it, and you can just realize that your player knowledge is different from your character knowledge.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So, Beaver, you did have
Oh no.
a faint image whenever you grasped at Estevan's head. A bounty hidden almost in plain sight. Dragon's bones, ancient dragon's bones.
Oh no.
Let's get him.
They are actually held as trophies within the barracks.
It's just like a femur.
I
So-
mean, the thing is, that is what he's
I'd
looking
take
for, is
just a femur,
pieces
honestly.
of it. A single wing from Hasfidel the Scourge.
Yeah.
The powerful dragon god. Like I said, almost held in plain sight. One that is easy enough to look over. It's hard to view anything. Whenever you look at them, they're just slightly larger dragon's bones, but you know that within it is held an incredible power, one that can be unlocked through the direst and most devilish forms of necromancy, which you yourself have access to through Vecna. And after all, that is something Vecna wants. Not only undeath, but undeath of this powerful dragon god under your control. That's something he wants. That's something Vecna wants.
Yep. Do I notice Alec cool with me?
I don't hide from you specifically.
All right.
I was like, you didn't
Okay.
think you were just gonna carry that out alone, do you?
The barracks themselves are
Oh no, of course not.
the
That's way
barracks
too fucking heavy
themselves
for me.
are emptied. The guards are in absolute chaos as they rush around, not sure whether they should stay, not sure whether they should run. And so whenever Alec Cool walks up behind you, as you are looking at what appears to be, in the common room, a massive assortment of bones that is a dragon's wing.
I'm just gonna point and be like, I think we could use that. You want to grab one end?
Yeah, I can do.
You've got like 6
We're
hands.
gonna
That's how that works, right?
We're gonna team lift the dragon wing.
I mean, it's
One,
they're,
two,
they're bones, so you have to like get them under arm. But for ease of just ease of mechanical, you get a wing of Hospedal to add to your I guess yours and the
Nice.
Redeemer's rebuilding of Hospedal the Scourge. You got a lot of pieces of him, and you don't even need the whole thing, obviously. But the more pieces you get of him, the more powerful Hospedal the Scourge is. Skellington will be.
Wasn't
Skellington.
Hospedal the Forge like the size of a continent?
Yes, almost. He was huge.
So is this like a
Eh.
representation of his wing,
more of a-
or are
it's
they
more-
picking up Australia?
It's more complicated than that. He was a god.
Okay.
Gods can project themselves to be bigger or smaller than they actually are.
Gotcha. Okay, I assume that was the case.
It's like
The mental image of
it-
Klaus and Alakul team lifting
He's-
Australia is pretty good, though.
His
It's
size
like
is
he's a
more
different people.
his size was more a representation of his power and dominance in the world. Obviously that's not the case anymore. It's reflecting his actual size, which is still larger than even an ancient dragon. So it's still huge, but the reality is he's described the size of a continent, that has more to do with his outreach and power.
Gotcha.
And plus, that's also a legend that's, thousands and thousands of years old. So there's something lost in there's something in the truth of it and the fiction of it and the legend of it. But
If we obviously did not see Klaus and Alakul leave, is there at any point a time when we would notice their absence?
And he said when we left, we noticed they're not there.
they're
We
not
do? Okay.
there because it's going to take some time for them to transport this stuff.
Sure.
But you do know there is a distinct, especially because Alec Cool
Pivot.
changed so
Pivot.
much, so you might
I-
be like wondering, like you might have questions for Alec Cool, like what the fuck, I saw you change, you're different now. But whenever you're there to ask the questions, he's not there, since he followed Klaus and saw that he's and helped him bring this beautiful dragon god's wing away.
If and when I notice their absence, I would like to cast a sending to them and just ask them both
They
to.
be in range for the thingy? The earring?
No, I want this to be a sending. I'm sending a DM. This is a DM. Thank you.
You up?
DM.
You up? No, I'm sending them a message of. I can only suspect what you two are up to. I only request that you please be careful.
We should be fine. Thank you for your consideration. We'll be back soon, I think.
What are you, my
Just
mom?
We just
What
have to get
the-
through this fucking doorway, and it's goddamn corners.
Where exactly are we taking it?
The
Do
Redeemer.
you have like a guy?
Just your garage,
The
like-
Do we just hand it off to like one of the lower class zombies and then he just carries it back?
You hand it off to 12
He just sits in the
ghouls.
ground and just takes the hell with him.
The Redeemer is able to take care of that.
He pulls up in a U-Haul.
Awesome.
Oh, so as long as we get it out of here. Cool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whenever you,
Too much.
the Redeemer says, "You just let me take care of that." And whenever you you try to hand it to the Redeemer, you basically push it into his shadow, and it transports to his vault.
Cool.
I still like the idea of the Redeemer showing up in a U-Haul.
All right. It takes like I said, it's a little bit of work. It takes a little while to gather these bones, and like I said, when you hand them to the Redeemer, he's able to transport them to the vault to be integrated and worked on to form Hosphodel the Scourge's undead body, or whatever the Redeemer and Klaus are going for. After maybe, like I said, an hour of working on this, you've cleared every little piece of bone. At this, like I said, whenever you emerge, the reality is, even after an hour, the compound is still in chaos. You can see there are guards that have rushed to the collapsed tower that are sort of digging through it, but by and large, most people have fled. Your exit from the compound is unperturbed.
If I see the guy that
unnoticed.
hired me, I let him know that I'm tenuring my resignation. Thank you.
That's fair enough.
Hey,
Not
Hey,
even
by the
2
way,
years, what
I
a
just
This is
walk
what
past
Dewey
like,
noticed.
hey.
So I'm probably not getting paid anymore, right? He's like, well, there's no fucking Esteban to pay you, so you can go. Alright, but there's some guards that are like digging through the rubble, some have fled, but for the most part your exit is unperturbed.
And if I see that one pottery salesman lady, I will tell her that she's too good for this place. Get out.
So, everyone levels up.
Oh, rad.
As you've gained the another item of fate, or another item of the prophecy.
Are there 2 more items?
There are.
Rad.
There's the Crescent Mage Blade, and then there is the final upgrades to Murin and Mermeln. Because the agreement was... Because originally it was going to get you to 19, and then the level 20 would be whenever you defeat the White Tide Mother, but then everyone wanted it to be level 20 whenever you got the final item, and not a level up when you got the White Tide Mother, was what people wanted.
Who decided on that?
I talked about it with the group. Yep.
Yeah, we did when we decided that Max's weapon counted.
Beep beep poo poo.
Because Max's weapon wasn't originally one of the prophecy.
My god.
Gotta love those rewrites and redactions.
Well,
Yeah, we're
it doesn't matter that much. It just means I balance it for the White Tide Mother for level 20 instead of like level 19.
White Tide Mother. Stink Tide Mother.
I'm assuming we are done or
Well,
nearly done.
Where afterwards, do you retire to the Smoldering Corpse Bar, or do you go to Fortune's End, or where do you go exactly?
I mean, should we go back to the ship?
You go
Like I said,
that way.
I would like
I'll
to
go home.
before next week. I would like to know where we can do a little more and get you sort of set on the path. Because like I said, we're getting like at the end. There's not a lot of side quests I can throw at you at this point.
I mean, it depends. Where do we think Alakul and Klaus would want to meet up with us at?
I mean, we already have a pretty good idea of where they went.
I mean, we
I also assume they just came back.
we didn't go anywhere. We gave thing to Redeemer. Redeemer just can teleport it there. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where do we think
we are
they
still
would
in
go?
Sigil. We are just now leaving the place, so we would probably just meet back at the end.
I mean, that's fine. Then we'll go to the end.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Yo.
Sounds good to me.
Which inn?
Though
One-
Amy
The one
would
with the
last
burning
us-
guy in it.
All right, the Smoldering Corpse.
I'm biased and I like that one.
All right,
Yeah, that's
you
I'm
return.
biased and like that one too.
You return to the Smoldering Corpse Bar. It's nice because it's relatively within the heart of the hive. It's relatively secluded and secretive. Any trouble that you caused within the market district is not likely to follow you into the hive itself, as it is a winding maze of various rundown and ramshackle buildings.
Be right back.
You can see as the Smoldering Corpse Bar is much as you left it. Kylie the Tout still sits outside, plying her trade of helping move people around the city. It seems that the bartending and sort of overseeing of the smoldering corpse has passed from the bartender, who was killed previously, to what appears to be the actual girlfriend of the smoldering corpse. It's quiet. A bar like this in the Hive, sometimes out of the way, just doesn't get a lot of traffic. And so you don't have to wait long in the silence, sipping on just cheap ale before Klaus and Alec show up.
Hey guys, how's it going? Did you have fun?
Gentlemen, we need to have a talk about your life choices.
My life choices?
No,
I don't-
I said gentlemen.
Oh,
Everything cleaned you, Henley. Sorry.
I'm part of gentlemen.
I'm not a gentleman any longer, sir.
Oh shit.
Were
That's
you ever
fair.
a gentleman to begin with? Let's be honest.
Damn. Got him? Question mark.
Alec
Debatable?
Cool has
Debatable.
transformed into a Hive mother. Alec Cool is a she now.
My God.
Hell yeah.
Yas Queen.
Love it.
So I guess the question now is, do I
Okay,
take a level
man.
in Sorcerer so I can pick up Polymorph?
Do I become all warlock, guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, good choice.
Hey, you
I'm
know,
putting a point in Barbarian just because.
which class will Alakul multi-class into today?
None.
Barbarian.
I
Barbarian. Barbarian.
I
Let's say-
literally can't.
What do you mean you can't?
His last multi-class is
Clear
into
talk.
woman.
I could have put a
Oh
point.
no!
He's already got
I
he's already got one in
I hate
every
it.
class.
Max, why are you like this?
The only classes I could
You
put
made Cody
points in
speechless
anymore
there for a second.
I miss my
are
beard.
fucking Monk, which is pointless, and I think Ranger, which is also pointless.
Ew,
Boy,
if,
is
I don't know,
if you
baby.
take a
Let's
dip
get
in
1
monk, you
point
take
cleric.
if you take a dip in monk, you take a dip in Lou.
Let's take a
Ew.
dip in Monk and a dip in
Oh.
Ranger. Let's just go for it. Let's do it.
Yellow?
I mean,
The
I
most
won't get
wise.
anything.
The
I'm just
most
going
wise. Not true. You'd get a fighting style from Ranger,
worthless.
and you'd get a
Alec Cool can choose anything she wants.
I
You get
took another level in Rogue, so one more level that I can finally have evasion.
2
Yeah.
key
You
points.
that's
Thank
a
God.
good one.
It's so
That's
good.
why I did that.
How do we
It's
get
so
around?
fucking good.
How do we get around me not having teleport if I go more levels of warlock? Then
We're just fucked.
Goodbye.
You hire an NPC that can teleport you.
oh, I do have a girlfriend. You're right,
That's true.
Wait, who left?
Connor.
Connor.
Oh,
John.
Well, that's a shame.
I do want to go get food soon. I'm fucking
All
right.
starving.
Guys, your boy Henley has 219 health now.
Yeah,
That
we
must
could
be
work
nice.
on that.
He's a beefy boy. That's good considering you saw what really strong spells can do. 40 d6 damage. So
That hurt.
that does a lot
Yeah,
of
that's-
damage.
Yeah, that was just rude, Colin.
Today, Henley learned he does not like magic.
All right.
For real.
I'd like to get where we're going before we end today. Like if we're
Well,
going back.
apparently Connor didn't get that memo.
Well, it doesn't matter. Connor can have no decision then.
Obviously, we're going back
To the.
to.
Are you hanging out in Sigil, or are you going back to the airship?
No,
we're going
we still
back
have
to the
time for
side.
the ship to travel, right?
You don't. It's hard to determine. You do have time for the ship to travel. Yes, if you want.
All right,
to.
yeah. Then we're going to get Tommy's.
Okay.
I thought we already decided that basically.
It's up. It's
Yeah.
up to you. Like I said, time passes differently in Sigil because you're on a different plane, so you don't know how much time has passed on the airship.
I
But
feel
it's
like
a-
we should.
It's a long time. You had a lot of travel for the airship.
I
I,
mean, we
feel
can
like
do a
we
report
should
back
check
right now.
in on the airship. But
No,
then,
that's fair. I'm just saying. Like,
but
next
then
stop is
our
that.
our actual next stop is to go to the Feywild and deal with Tommy's stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it. I
That's
like this decision.
fair enough. As you gather, you say your goodbyes. You do have to bid farewell to Burnesh and the Green Lady, who have been taking a tour of the city. Burnesh is going to be able to get her home. That's not a worry. Besides the fact that he can cast some spells himself, he can transport her back into the Weird Sea on the Iron Trove. That's not too big of a problem. She even says that she might take a moment to walk the Ile de Royhan once again. It'd be nice if Connor were here to hear the Green Lady talking about how maybe her feet will once again find the shores of the Ile de Royhan. Look upon it once again before she returns home. But you know, once again, the island will smell of cinnamon. But that's not something you have to worry about. For some reason, Boris Black Powder appears and says, "Thanks for the help, guys," and walks away.
I'd say, who the
You're
fuck
welcome,
is
sir.
that? Bye.
He
Amazing.
just appears and says, "Fuck you," leaves. And you
That's fair.
are like, "All right." Nods their head. Talks to the smoldering corpse, says, "Sorry we didn't do your side quest," and teleports away.
Amazing.
Who you king? We didn't fucking apologize for that.
Yeah,
Wait,
No,
what's
we're level 18 now. That's a great quest in our
that's
journal,
probably
right?
true.
We're nothing.
That's definitely a quest that at least most of us accepted and then went like, why are we doing that? And just abandoned immediately.
We all collectively pressed J, then clicked on it
All right.
instead of
All right.
banning quests.
So hear me out. Mass polymorph for all T-Rexes.
No, shut the fuck up. Take wish.
So,
Take wish. Take
are we-
wish.
Take wish,
Interesting enough.
take wish.
All you needed to do the smoldering corpse was an uncommon item, the decanter of endless water.
Oh my god.
That's a
Who
shame.
knew?
Colin, are we good?
You teleport away, Aruna, transporting them
Yeah.
back to the airship, and you find that it is
I could have done that.
the Skyweaver is grounded.
Oh my god.
It sits on the actual as you take Madame Vestia back, sits on the ground in a stony landscape. A landscape where you can and in and amongst the sort of high rocks you can hear what sounds like arguing and conflict as looking over the edge you can see what appears to be in the distance maybe 100 yards or so a dwarf. He looks like he's seen better days. His hair is wild and covered in dirt and mud. Every time he moves, dust like flies off of him. But as he punches in the air, there's a huge rock fist that rises from the ground and slams into what appears to be men clad in green, sending horses scattering. There are two druids that are bound to posts. And the horsemen turn and charge the druid. As you see, you immediately recognize the Avalanche. And the Avalanche
the
druid.
Avalanche.
He is the Avalanche.
My god.
And we'll pick up there next week with you
The Avalanche is conflicted
Having-
about this ending.
arrived with some Karakwa-centric quests.